listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina.
Hello.
Woo.
Hi.
This is the podcast where Jestina's tired.
I'm very tired today. I'm here, though.
We're recording on the off day. This is a podcast that looks at some of your favorite cult films as an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I do that.
Introduces someone who's not seen them.
Present.
And we talk about it.
I do. Yep.
Including this week, because we're talking about the movie The Quick and the Dead from 1995.
We sure are.
I guess we're feeling more
Not
dead
the one
than
from
quick.
1987.
Yeah.
So watch the correct film to follow up with
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a second one until then.
I really wish I would have
didn't
watched
either.
the older one. Like one of these movies, I'm going to watch the wrong one. And it's going to be glorious. But it needs to not be intentional.
Right.
Or it's
Yeah.
not glorious.
Right.
I watched the right one.
I'm your host, your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty. And my co-host, as always,
Your Lady of Libations, Countess Stephanie von Frankenberry.
Justina, your jellicle jester.
She Who Knows No Movie.
Admiral.
And we've got number 2, our producer.
Number 2.
Hey,
Number
everybody.
2.
Yeah.
Who does number 2 work for?
Us. It works for us. You can find us on any fine podcast app. In fact, if you're listening to a podcast right now, you're most likely listening to it on an app. And so please rate and subscribe. That helps us out. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/cultmoviecantina. Post a lot of movie trailers and stuff there. And then also you can see us on YouTube at youtube.com/mopcastnetwork. So you can see our smiling faces.
Yes.
So.
I even put on makeup for you guys today.
Oh, nice.
I know, right?
I did not. I don't
I did
care
too
enough
this
about
time.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I noticed that.
I was tired. And I was
Next
like,
time I'll have y'all do my makeup.
helps with the exhaustion.
A little bit of under eye moisturizer kind of gets rid
Make
of those
things pop.
bags.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
I just woke up and looked like this. This is what happens.
Well, you look very nice.
That's amazing.
What about you?
You know what?
Caleb?
Honestly,
You
I
just
don't feel very.
look like that.
No, I have to fix my hair.
Okay.
There's too much to work
I
with.
kind of okay, look. I had. I don't feel very pretty today because I need to trim the beard. I got to do some
You need to do some grooming.
I got to do
is what
some
you're
grooming,
saying.
and I just I haven't had time, and this week has been crazy, and I ain't felt good, and so I'm just I'll do it probably this afternoon, but not in time for the podcast. So hopefully this is the last time you see the woolly booger, and
I
I'll
was
be a little more tame next one.
very excited when I woke up this morning and my hair was still curly because I curled it last night, and I didn't brush my hair or anything today.
Nice.
So it
You're
was kind
looking
of nice
cute.
not to have to do that.
That is nice.
It-
You're
it
looking
was nice.
cute.
Thank you.
All right, let's get on with the show. Our movie is The Quick and the Dead from 1995, directed by Sam Raimi, written by Simon Moore. It stars Sharon Stone as the lady, Gene Hackman as Herod, Russell Crowe as Court, Leonardo Dicaprio as the kid, Tobin Bell as Dog Kelly, Robert Blossom as Doc Wallace. This is Robert Blossom's last movie. Do anyone know who Robert Blossom is?
Nope.
We have seen a movie with him.
Well, we just watched one. This one.
Well, another movie. Thank you. But
welcome.
another movie with him in it.
I
What was
honestly
it?
don't remember who he was in this movie, so I don't remember who he was in
I'm
another
gonna
movie.
look him up right now.
Well, I can tell you.
Okay, tell me.
He's the old guy that helps the lady and gives him the marshal badge and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's nice. What did we see him in?
Okay.
He's the old guy in Home Alone.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh.
He's
That's
the-
where he looks
He's the
familiar.
old guy from Home
He's
Alone.
so sweet, the sweet old guy.
Well,
Who
Man
all the kids are
Marley.
scared of.
Right,
Yeah.
but he ends up being very sweet.
Because every Home Alone film has to have an old person that they're scared of that turns out to be a good person at the end.
I've only seen the first two. Does that happen in the other ones?
The third one, it's a neighbor across the street.
Okay.
All right.
I've never seen the third one.
Third one's my favorite, but after that, I could do without.
Maybe for Christmas we'll do the second one.
Second one is great.
He said that just because you did not mention that one being your favorite, Caleb.
Second one,
That's how he
second
plays
one,
games.
second one's just a repeat of the first film.
Well,
Like,
that's okay.
But I like it because I like the pigeon lady.
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
I remember
just-
the pigeon lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the pigeon lady.
I was trying to think of the story, and that's the thing that stands
Yeah.
out for that movie.
Well, I mean, out of the second stuff, the best part is Tim Curry.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Next is Keith David, who we've seen in a few of our films.
Yep, we have.
As Sergeant Cantrell.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Henriksen, as we've also seen in a bunch of our films, as Ace Hanlon. Kevin Conway as Eugene Dredd.
Yep.
Pat Hingle, the great Pat Hingle, as Horst the bartender. Gary Sinise as I was about to say Lieutenant Dan.
Yes, he is also Lieutenant Dan.
As the Marshal. Mark Boone Jr., who is in a bunch of he's like in Sons of Anarchy and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
He's Scars.
Yep.
He
was. It was so weird to see because I love him in Sons of Anarchy, and he looks so different in Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it was him until I looked at the credits.
Yeah.
Raynor Scene, just because I want to put his name in, Ratsy.
Yeah.
Poor Ratsy.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan Gill as Spotted Horse.
There you go.
Yep. Bullets cannot kill Spotted Horse. But funny enough,
Bullet.
spoiler alert, Bullet did kill him.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Fun facts?
Oh, we're doing that now?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
your part.
So we're playing a trivia from the 90s game.
All right.
Oh God.
So that's what we're doing.
Nice.
I actually had purchased this game in the middle of last season. And
I like
we
trivia.
went into when we went into this season, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do trivia and stuff anymore. I was trying to find a new thing. Nothing felt right, so I was like, I already bought this, so we're gonna do it.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna pull from
Well,
the
you know
top.
we like games. All right.
Trivia.
How do we play this?
I asked you a question.
Okay, are you asking each one of us a question, or do we buzz in somehow? Or
I would just like for you to answer if you think you have the answer, and then we're just gonna see who gets the most answers
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
I mean, that's
All
our
right.
parameters.
It's the 90s.
Yes.
I'm not aware of how old you guys were in the 90s. I was
I had children.
a child, so
And I had children.
so I know none of these probably.
I had all my children in the 90s, and then
this is a
somehow
good,
lost them. Kids, if you're out there, Dad's looking for you.
Anybody.
I
Just
graduated-
please, if we could please just get people to message Mobcast at all the ways that you can,
Yeah.
and
Reach
just
out
please
at-
send your photos of who you are and how long you've been looking for your father.
This is me
You
in
can-
the 90s.
you
I
can reach out to
graduated
him.
in 90, ended up getting married in the 90s, and had 2 children in the 90s. And I'm not saying what years,
You can,
but
yeah.
there you go.
You can reach out to him at Scotty White at Mobcast. That works.
Sure, just reach out, kids. Daddy loves you.
We're gonna put everybody into a drawing to pick which one he loves the most.
There you go.
Yes.
So if you could please send in those submissions
Yes.
before our next meeting, that would be great.
And the winner gets my job, but then I move up and
Does that make him number 1?
No.
So you're gonna become number 3 because Caleb will always be number 2. So you'll be number 3. I'm sorry, you can't move up further.
You can't undo Uncle Henry magic.
That's right.
You cannot. I don't care how related you are. Okay, so question 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yep.
What did the pager code 143 mean?
I love you.
Did you want me to read the options?
I didn't know there were options. You got to let me know these things.
It occurred to me that there were options after you answered.
All right, yes, I want to hear the options.
But you also got it right.
Oh!
yeah,
Yes, here are the options.
yeah.
He is currently showing his age.
That's awesome.
For those of you
Did you
that
have a
are
pager?
of mine and Caleb's
No.
age,
I never owned a pager either.
a pager was a device that
I never
people
needed one.
clipped to their pants. Usually, I assume.
Yeah.
Maybe they had better pockets back then. I honestly don't know because they're not great now. I don't know where I
It
would
was-
put it. They might have had like a belt
Yeah.
dad belt thing. I'm tired. We already discussed
I was
it.
It was-
not
it was
a
texting,
doctor
but just
nor
numbers.
a drug dealer, so I
Yeah.
never needed a pager.
I assume
Funny enough,
you
I was
got
both
like certain
and a
characters.
negligent father
Yeah.
all at
I'm
once.
not sure how they worked. Anyway,
It-
that's how people communicated in caveman
Well,
times.
it was texting, but just numbers, because what it was supposed to do was give you the numbers to call somebody
You
and
know
go.
what I kind of want to do? We just recently went through a thing, quick sidebar, where Mackenzie got her phone taken away.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
like, and it really occurred to me.
Hold on real quick. Can we ask what she did?
She,
I mean,
her dad was so mad. Her dad does not text me often at all. Like, we don't really have to talk to each other very much.
we're taking a McKinsey break.
We're taking a McKinsey break because this was like I was on a shoot for work and I got, "Are you at work? Just call me when you get off." And I was like, holy crap, what happened? Like,
You murder someone?
like I was very,
mean,
I was
Right.
very
You're
concerned.
concerned.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, are you okay? And he was like, Mackenzie's in a lot of trouble. And I was like, well, she okay? And he's like, physically. And I was like, holy crap, I have to go take this call because I cannot focus on what I'm doing at work.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went and called, and he does not like social media. We had a 4-hour parent meeting about her getting social media and decided she could start with Instagram and Facebook, and we would work up to the things that she wanted,
Which
big
is
ticket
TikTok.
items, TikTok, and Snapchat. Which
Yeah.
Snapchat is right
Snap-
out. I would say no to Snapchat.
100%,
Yeah.
right? So her dad that day, keep in mind, she's on the bus, okay? Like, so she's on her phone on the bus to his house after school. When he messaged me, it was like 3:30.
Uh-huh.
He checked her phone because they can check the phone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her top used apps were TikTok and Snapchat on her phone, and she can't get apps without asking permission. She can't download them. They have it set up where they have to approve her
How did she
downloads.
get
Mhm.
them?
Right. So he shut her whole phone down, and she's on the bus. I find out later she saw things getting closed as she's on her phone. So she's like panic texting her friends, like,
I gotta
all
go.
Like, yeah, pretty much like, I'm not going to have my phone soon. To the point where she was walking home from the bus stop and tripped and rolled her ankle
Oh.
because she was texting
Oh, God.
before her phone just completely was gone.
That is
That's-
hilarious.
It's like watching it's like the snap from the MCU, watching your phone just
Yeah.
slowly, the
And
apps
she's
go
like,
away.
oh God. And there's so many more things tied into this, but she didn't have her phone for a week. That tied into my week. The kids were home for an e-learning day. I had work. I have 3 children, starting with Mickey and then going down in age with a 9 and 6-year-old. So I was like, well, shit, I can't leave her at home. I can't leave all of them at home because what if something happens? Now, like, I haven't been in this situation.
Oh, you
She
don't
had
have a house phone.
because
Yeah.
nobody has house
Right.
phones.
That's true.
I wonder if a pager would be a cool thing just to have at the house that the kids could page if they needed something.
The-
You know?
But
Like, that might
but
be
they
fun.
wouldn't be able
No.
to call.
no.
No, but just in general, like, because she's getting her phone back. But like, if the other 2 had issues, and then I could call Mickey.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what a fun retro way to bring that back.
It might actually be worth it to get. They have like internet-based phones now, like from
Yeah.
whoever you have, just to have a house phone
I really
for an
want
emergency for
something.
the kids.
I've been trying
Seriously.
to find, and I actually have for like years been searching to find some way to find a rotary type house phone that takes a SIM card. Why is that something that doesn't exist? Like, it's made to be at home,
Mm-hmm.
but it takes a SIM card because everything is based off like cell phone plans now. Because I have an extra SIM card because one of the times we got
Right.
phones, they were like, you qualify for just an extra line for like nothing.
Or
It's like $1 a month.
why don't you get like one of those little burner flip phones that you can't get apps on?
Maybe. So she's
Seriously,
in a
just
lot of
to have at the
trouble.
house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So it really did
Is,
open
is she
my eyes.
is
This
she
was
currently?
last week.
Oh yeah. So is she no longer grounded?
I actually had a long conversation with her stepmom yesterday because she got back to her dad's house yesterday, and they were trying to decide whether or not to give it to her. And it's like, if nothing else, I think she should get it with everything locked down except literally being able to call and text message.
Mhm.
But she can't get web, no calculator, no,
Yeah,
nothing, everything
nothing.
locked down. Because part of what she realized was she came in my room the first night she got home and was like, how am I going to get up in the morning? I was like, guess you should have thought about that before you lied.
Lost your phone.
She's been on them since September.
Holy
So she has been in front of our face. Like, that was what I was trying to get her to understand is it's a stupid app, and I hate that it's over apps because it's just a new way for you to talk to your friends that you talk to in 5 different ways already.
Right.
Mhm.
But you lied to our face
Sure.
while on this app since
Right.
September, and you want us to let you drive where you can lie behind our backs where it's easier
Absolutely.
Yeah.
in 6 months. Is it 7, 8
Yeah.
months? I don't know. I'm
It's like
tired.
we can't trust you. Basically,
It's like, yeah, pretty much. It's like you lost our trust over Snapchat and TikTok. So I hope you enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
then she was like, I lost my streak with my friends. I was like, oh, how long? 100 days. And I was like, oh, so 100 days you've been lying to my face? That's what-
Kids can't help
Like, she
tell
can't.
themselves.
Like,
Cannot.
she's
not smart.
So it took. I think it was a really big eye opener on a lot of things. Anyway, so
wow.
tangent.
Okay.
I love you is 143. I'm gonna just start texting 143 to people. I wonder if I send it to Jennifer, she knows. I don't know. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, Scotty is up 1.
Yeah.
Mackenzie's
Question two.
He's probably
0.
going to win it all.
Mackenzie is
'cause
negative. She has to earn.
I was busy being a wife and mother in the 90s.
Funny enough, so was I.
Yeah.
Kids, looking out for you. I miss you. Mommy loves you.
Seriously, submissions. We will draw one. There can only be one.
Held you to
Scotty
my
White.
breast and loved you.
Once again, Scotty
You
White.
never
on Hot
call.
Network.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like this one's a giveaway and I don't like it, so part of me wants to skip it. But we're gonna just see how quickly, and you can do it before I finish the question.
'Kay.
You
Oh.
answer. What show premiered in the 90s that Sarah Jessica Parker starred in?
Sex in the City.
Oh, come on, Stephanie.
I never watched that show.
Me
yeah, but
neither.
that's the only thing I know about her is that she was in Sex in the City. That's like
Oh,
all I know.
I know
her from, and
she's
I never
married to
watched
Matthew
the show.
Broderick.
Yeah, man.
Well, there's a lot I know about her, but I didn't even realize that came out in the 90s. I thought that was in the 2000s.
That's a late
to be
90s show.
honest. Okay.
The other
I never
options
watched
were
it.
like Gossip
never seen
Girl,
it.
Never seen it either.
Living Single, and
Not one
Girlfriends.
time have I ever seen that show.
That's all I know her name from, and I've never seen the show. Like that,
She
I don't
was
know.
in a lot
So
of
the other
stuff.
answers were Living Single and Girlfriends.
Gossip Girl was on there too.
Oh,
right.
I would have picked it out of all those.
All right, because
Gossip Girl was later, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
Yes.
fact, I've never seen Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Me
I
neither.
haven't either.
I think Gossip Girl was
Or Girlfriends.
Was like,
I have seen Living Single. I watched the hell out of that.
I've never seen that either.
That's what he was doing in the 90s when he wasn't taking care of his children.
I was. Look, I should have been watching my kid. Look, I know that now, but Living Single is important to me.
Okay.
It had Tootie from
All right.
Facts of Life.
So far, Scotty's up
Kim
2.
Fields was in it, and she was hot.
We're going through 10, so
Okay.
you got this.
Okay.
Oh, this was good.
See, this would be better if you went back and forth.
I'm
He's
gonna
be
he's-
faster.
Okay, she's gonna get a chance this time. You have to just sit there for a minute.
Here you
But I'm taking correct answers only.
go. Okay.
What
Wait a
did?
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Instead of incorrect answers, you
No,
just
no, no. I mean, like, if you add an S and it shouldn't
Okay.
have an S.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Like if it was Sex in the Cities.
Right.
No.
I
Or
got
Sexes in the City, which is probably more. They should modernize it and do it now with Sexes in the City because of life. I'm sorry.
I like Sex in the Cities better.
Yeah, you go to
Oh,
multiple
The
cities
and have sex.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that too.
Okay.
I feel like disease. Anyway. What did. I could say does, but what did AOL stand for?
Oh, America Online.
That is correct. The other options were Always Online, American Online, see?
Oh, there
There's
you go.
an N.
Yeah.
Yeah. America Overline.
Always Online would have been factually wrong.
That's
For
true.
My
True.
favorite about America Online was the CDs they sent in the mail, and for a long time I collected those, but never used them. I just collected them
You get
So
because they were
Sure.
pretty. All right.
And then throw back to that dial-up.
I've started watching that 90s show, which I
How do
find
you feel about it?
hilarious.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I'm-
Okay, I
but
haven't
is
gotten
it
a chance
cringy?
yet.
No,
Is it cringy?
No, it's great.
Okay.
Kitty gets a computer, her first computer, and it has America Online, and it makes that dial-up
no.
noise. And I had like some PTSD from that dial-up noise.
I remember getting onto that after I was hoping my parents were asleep because we weren't allowed to get onto it because it takes the phone line off, right?
Right, but it's so loud.
It's so loud that I remember like covering everything and being like the whole time, and then you would hear somebody get up because they would check it in
Yeah.
the middle of the night,
See?
and you would hear it.
See, that's where Mackenzie gets it from.
I see.
No,
Yeah, it's a
Well, she
pattern.
doesn't know
It's a
it.
pattern.
We've done all of this.
It's in the
Right.
We
DNA.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
All right, next. I'm gonna let her try one more time, and then we will go back and forth because you're very fast. Be slower.
Yeah, be slower,
All
Scott.
right.
I will be
Here
slower.
it comes. Okay. This one, I don't even know if I knew the answer to this. What year was Google founded?
Oh, hell if I know. 90, let's see, Google, 95.
All right, Scotty.
I'm going in the middle.
I'm not 100% sure. So in my brain, this is a 50-50 shot. So I'm going to go with 97,
Okay, so the first two options were 95 and 97. They're incorrect.
Okay.
98.
93.
It's 98.
98?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50-50 shot.
didn't know.
I'm on that edge.
So, 3 to 2, right? 2, 1, 1.
Well, we both
3
got
to
it
1.
wrong.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so-
No, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry.
We
Thank
both
you.
got it
Thank
wrong.
you for
So
that.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to need help today. Scotty, you get to answer this one first.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What dance fad took over in the 90s?
The Macarena?
Damn it! Like there were so many good ones on here. That like the chicken dance and the electric slide. You didn't even offer those up. You just went straight to the Macarena.
Because it was like infectious in
I have
'97.
another fun Mackenzie story from this. She came in last week because she didn't have a phone, so I saw way more of her. It was crazy. And she was just like doing like this random move, and then she started just and doing it. And I was like,
Are you Macarena?
I was just like, what you doing? She was like, it's the Macarena. Do you not know the Macarena? And like taught me, and I was like, I can't believe like there's so many moments like that happen where it's like, honey, I knew the Macarena before you were alive. So that just happened too.
I don't like that. Speaking of dances that have kind of come back, I don't like that TikTok changed what the Dougie is.
I didn't know that happened.
I know they were trying to change the Dougie.
Yeah.
You have a camera. Can you stand up and demonstrate?
No.
You can't or you won't.
Both.
Little
I'm not-
column
I'm
A,
not-
little
I'm
column
not-
B.
Look, I'm on TikTok, but I'm not on dance TikTok.
You know what you should do? Combine. You know
We're
what
gonna
you
have to elevate your status.
what you need to do is go find that Star Wars dance game and film yourself playing it.
Oh, to do the Han Solo?
Yeah, do the Han Solo.
That's
All right, so we are-
Connect.
Yeah, the Kinect game.
We are currently halfway through our questions.
All right.
All right.
And we are now 3-1.
Yep.
All right. Stephanie, are you
Okay.
ready?
Oh, yeah.
What was the must-have robotic owl-like toy? And I can give you options if you want.
That'd be a Furby.
That'd
That
be
is
a
correct.
Oh, Furby.
Furby.
The other options, which are the dumbest extra options I've ever heard, is Flubby, Owl Eyes, and Furry Friend.
That's funny.
That question
Or Furby.
that question
I'm gonna
writer
go
was
Owl Eyes
was
for
like
500.
Flurby. That would be the Wish version.
It's a spinoff of
What you
spinoff of
thought you
Flubber.
were getting versus what you got.
look, kids.
It's a spinoff of Flubber with Robin Williams.
Kids, there's a lot of you. Dad only has so much money. Santa can only do so much. So you're getting a Flurby.
This looks like a Furby, but it's not quite there.
That's what is that what your kids got, Scotty?
You know how
His
kids
kids
get.
got
They love
nothing
the
because
Flurbies.
He was living single.
They were
Caleb,
living.
keep up.
Love the Flurbies.
Lord have mercy.
All right, Scotty.
Yes.
What did George Foreman endorse in the 90s?
Oh my God.
He endorsed a grill.
We all know it was a bass fishing boat. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's an
Man, the
indoor
George Foreman
grill.
grill's really good too.
Yeah.
I had.
Boxing gloves or a punching bag. There's a lot of.
I think I still have a George Foreman.
I
grill.
do too. I've used it. I haven't used it in a while, but I have one. It's handy.
I have one that I left in my last divorce, so I no longer have it. It didn't make the cut.
I have not used my George Foreman grill in probably 5 years.
Man, I'm
It
gonna
was
break
like
my.
Sitting there.
the thing.
I'm gonna break it out
Yeah.
and make sandwiches while I'm watching
I
the
just
Bills
need y'all
tomorrow.
to know when I first left and I was like an adult. I say that loosely because I was still a child, but I had bought a house. I was married, had a kid.
That's adult to me.
But I used to make all of my chicken on the George Foreman because that's what I thought you did, and it was the driest.
Oh, yeah,
blandest,
it'll dry the
worst
hell.
chicken, and
Well-
that's just how I knew how to make it. And
'cause
my
it-
younger brother
Yeah.
loved it. To this day, is always like, I just wish you could make me that meal again because it was always chicken and
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese. And I was like, really? Like,
that-
I won't make that.
Because
ever
true?
again.
it's so dry because it gets the
Ever.
grease right off.
Right,
That's
right,
the whole
right.
thing.
Which was the
There's
point.
no
It
flavor.
was supposed to be
It was
healthy.
so
but
bad.
It's gross.
All right. I don't honestly remember in this moment who just answered that question.
that would
That'd be
Scotty.
that would
so
be
now
Scott.
we're 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You got this. Okay, this is a girl question.
That doesn't mean anything.
Have you
But
met
you
Stephanie?
have an advantage over Scotty a little bit.
I doubt
A
it.
little bit. What did many girls do to their hair in the 90s? Would you like the options?
Yes, because God knows. I have no.
Braid,
Uh-huh.
straighten,
Okay.
crimp, or shave their head?
Fun fact: all of those could be.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
all-
what I'm saying.
But
It's like
I think
I think
I
crimping was more in the 80s.
Mm.
I remember that in the 80s, the crimping.
Part of me feels like I need to help you. I'm trying to help you with my eyes because I need you to like get an advantage of him.
Okay.
What did I
know
do?
What crimping is.
Besides abandon my children,
Okay,
I've abandoned
so I
my
would say
child.
crimping.
Crimping is correct. I remember that being a big thing that we did.
I would-
Okay.
My answer also would have been crimping.
Like I had a thing that I would just. It was the
Wow.
coolest thing, but you had to get it just right either so that
I mean,
it started
I
lower
remember
or
a
it got as
crimper.
close to your scalp as possible.
But I thought that was the 80s. I
Early
really
90s.
did.
Early 90s, early 90s.
Okay. Maybe because I had one in high school, a crimper.
Yeah.
But I graduated in 90,
Right.
so it would have been
You're
right
senior-
on the cusp.
So you
You're
got it like
senior
right when it
crimper.
came out,
yeah,
then. Like it was like real popular for you.
probably.
All right, 4-3.
Uh-huh.
Are we ready?
Mhm.
Yep. Scotty,
Mhm.
what website was not around in the 90s? Which means I do have to say these out loud.
Please.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Amazon, Match.com, eBay, or Facebook?
Facebook.
That is correct. Although I'm surprised that Match.com has been around that long.
It's been a while. It's been around for a while.
I would like to know how many matches they have made.
It's bringing
in their-
couples together since the 90s.
Wow.
Is that their slogan?
No. But they
I
could,
would've believed
they
that.
could
You
pay
could've
me
rolled
for
with
it.
it.
They could pay me, if you pay me for it, they can have it.
He's needing to find some PR positions. Match.com. He knows a good slogan for you. If you could reach out, they're going to be like, we've been around since the 70s. We're not paying him. He's incorrect. I'm sorry. In that case, I'm sorry. All right. Stephanie, are you
All right,
ready?
I'm ready.
Tamagotchi.
Hey.
I just want to point out, this is a 95 film. I have my Tamagotchi because I wasn't quite sure if we needed it or not.
So I forgot mine, but we need to turn ours on, like pick a day. And
Yeah,
do
I
it.
thought it was going to be the next
I
episode.
thought so too, but I brought it just in case.
Next cult meeting.
And
Next
just
cult
as a
meeting.
shout out to me in the 95s and Toy Story, I have my Toy Story Tamagotchi.
Our
Okay.
movie, also 1995.
That's what I
Yep.
said.
There you go.
Because, like, yeah.
All right,
it's the 90s.
Tamagotchi.
Don't forget Toy Story because it may come up.
Tamagotchi
Uh-huh.
is a Japanese blending of what two words? You want the options?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't speak Japanese.
You were there for a minute.
I'm not going to take it as an answer, but if you had to guess, what two words do you think Tamagotchi would blend from? Like, you don't have to use it as your answer. I'm just curious.
I mean, like, Japanese words?
Just no, like what two American words? Like, it means two words in Japanese, so I guess.
Oh, electronic pet.
Scott, if you had to guess two words.
Oh, I would have done digital friend.
Okay, interesting. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Egg and computer, pet and got you, computer and pet, or egg and watch.
Which is not an answer.
I like that she said that so quietly, and then Caleb started laughing.
It's still, yeah, because it's still picked up.
I know.
It's like dramatic too. She's just like,
Shouldn't have heard it
fuck.
from over there, but we know you're listening. Oh, that was fantastic.
At this point, Mike Evelyn is laughing his ass off.
It's not what you expect if it helps at all.
Okay, hold on.
But it makes sense when you know.
Did you look it up?
One more time.
No, I've
Give me
known
the
it for a minute.
Oh,
Egg
you know.
and computer,
Uh-huh.
pet and got you, computer and pet, or egg and watch.
I want to say, because they're into the whole catch you and got you thing, pet and got you.
Okay, it's
I
not
could-
correct.
Oh, well, shit.
Scotty,
Egg and watch.
which one did you say?
Egg and watch.
That is correct.
Yep.
It's egg and
Really?
watch. Watch that egg. You watch it.
Oh,
Because it's an egg shape.
But it's
Yeah.
called egg and watch. So
and
Tamagotchi is
watch.
egg and watch.
see, I was thinking like watch is in like a timepiece, and I don't remember
I
there
thought
being
about
a-
it that way too.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't pick that one. Okay, whatever.
All right. Caleb, are you keeping score?
It is
Is it
I
6
mean,
to 3?
We all know Scotty's
5 to
going to
3?
win, guys.
5-3.
Why are we even keeping score?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Don't make me feel bad for winning.
No, I don't. But you are, the
Oh, that was the last one.
you are the cult. What is it?
I'm the Native American
Thank you.
pop culture spirit guy.
There you go.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is. That was fun though.
That
It was fun.
was fun.
All right. So I have these for decades. So
That's awesome.
moving forward,
Sounds good to me.
I like it.
All right.
some weeks I might not do it. I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
Brothers and sisters, gather round.
We're doing it.
John Herod, a former outlaw, runs the town of Redemption with an iron fist, demanding money for the rights to live there in his protection. He also runs an annual quick draw contest where every contestant must fight once per day, and the fight ends with either one yields or dies. After a brief run-in with a ruffian and a flashback of her childhood, a mysterious lady comes to town to participate in the tournament. We are also set up with a collection of colorful gunfighters who are all going to prove their might, including the kid, who is a young man and a gun dealer who professes to be John Herod's son, and Court, a former henchman of the Herod's gang, now turned priest, who is trying to put his violent past behind him. Except Herod isn't going to do that. He's going to make him fight. A series of gunfights happen, eliminating contestants one by one until 4 remain. Lady, Court, Herod, and the kid. Father and son battled, though Herod tries to take the boy out of it. Like 3 times he's like, kid, stop fighting. You've proven yourself. I don't want to kill you. And the kid's like, I'm going to kill you, Papa. Probably the same thing my children would say to me.
Probably.
Once we find out who they are, and they send in their submissions to scottywhite@mobcast.com, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Yep, heard it so many times, I know it now.
Herod kills him and tries to tell the townfolk that it was never proven that he was the boy's father. Look, guys, he totally was the kid's father, right?
Right. 100%.
I'm 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Court has to fight the lady and shoots her in the chest, so she dies, leaving Court to fight Herod. Too bad the lady shows up and blows up the town with some dynamite the kid had stored around. I don't know how they managed to do all that. That's a question I have.
a movie.
I have a question about all that. With the kid was storing. Turns out she faked her death with a good old red ink trick. We get the full flashback to when the lady was a young girl and her father was a local marshal. Harold strung him up and gave the lady a chance to save her father if she can just shoot the rope. She tries and shoots her dad in the head. Lieutenant Dan has no brains.
Ain't
True
got no
story.
brains.
But, of course, she has reasons to be mad.
Right.
She shot him really well in the head.
She
though.
did,
cow,
she was
right in the middle.
close to being really good at
I
this.
mean, she was
Yeah.
like in line with the rope. She just needed to go a little higher.
A little higher. She
Yeah.
could have
Close
done it.
enough.
The lady kills Herod, throws Court her father's marshal bad, and declares the law has come back to town before she rides away. Credits.
That was the shortest sermon ever.
They're trying to get shorter, I think. I'd rather just discuss it.
I like it.
Just-
I like it.
Just get to the points. First thoughts, ladies. You've seen it before. I've seen it before. Caleb is not. You hadn't, right?
That's correct.
Actually, upon watching it, I had not seen it before.
Oh,
I
so-
thought I had.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll let you talk first. What do you think?
Meh.
Really?
Yeah, it
Ooh.
was not. I mean, it was okay. I would not. I don't need to watch it again.
Mhm.
It was boring to me. So yeah, it was just boring. I was bored.
Sorry.
But I don't like westerns. I love
Oh, okay.
Tombstone, but I don't like westerns.
this is-
and it is like a spaghetti
This is like the westernest western, Scotty. It starts with the guy getting gold
Yeah.
and saying, "You ain't gonna get my gold," and then they just shoot
We never s-
people
we-
before
we-
talking.
we never
And
figure out
all
about
the
that.
whole
Like-
movie is gunfights.
And then it's
literally
like
gunfights.
the duel fighting. Like
That's
it's
all
the,
it is.
The most like if someone's like, "What is a western to you?" 2 people standing across town, tumbleweed goes between them. It's just dirt ground everywhere, and then they just shoot each other.
But it's
Yeah,
that's a
specific.
western.
It
But it's
was very
specifically a throwback
predictable.
to spaghetti westerns because
This
I don't know what
movie
that
was terribly predictable. You knew the outcome before you saw it.
I didn't know she was gonna shoot her dad right. in the
that
head.
part I didn't get either.
That.
Right.
I mean,
But-
you knew she. Was
I didn't know
pissed
she was
for
going to
some
blow up the
reason.
town either.
But you knew
I was
that.
like,
I knew
I'm
the
talking
dynamite
about
was going
the-
to come back because
as
it's
far as you know that the good guys are going to win, you knew that this was
That's
going to
why
happen.
she doesn't like westerns.
Good guys
always
win.
win. That's it.
The way she said that was like.
And she
"It's a
likes
western."
tombstones because those good guys are totally assholes.
Yeah, there you go.
They're kind of
Those
questionable
two
good
guys
guys.
who win
Let me
because
tell
they're
you,
douchebags.
I
like 'em.
love Tombstone because of Val Kilmer.
Oh,
Doc
no.
Holliday is amazing.
I mean, yeah.
Tombstone's a great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It is a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's
That's fun.
but yeah, it was just it was all right.
Other thoughts?
Caleb, you can go next.
I mean, I liked it, but I also don't mind westerns, especially spaghetti westerns, which is a
does that
specific
mean?
genre. So that's a specific genre of western that came out around the like mid to late 70s, and it
60s.
was 60s.
They were
Thank
made
you.
in Italy.
It was
because
Italian,
cheaper to
yeah,
make
Italian
them back
filmmakers that were like, we want to make westerns because they were cheap to make,
then.
and
So,
The ma-
American, like almost washed up actors from the States would go out to Italy and make these Western movies.
Did Elvis Presley do that?
No, he
No.
wanted to. He wanted to so bad. And Colonel Parker wouldn't let him leave the country.
if
Come
yeah.
on, Tom Hanks.
If you If you
Tom Hanks is a jerk.
If you've ever watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it actually tells the story of a washed-up actor who ends up going into spaghetti westerns because of the fact that he's washed up and he's trying to build his
Leonardo
career.
DiCaprio.
Yep, Leo.
Well, he died in the duel, so what is he gonna do? He's gonna have to go to Italy to be in westerns now. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
make a note of that. I feel like I'm gonna watch
Most
that.
of these are made by a guy named Sergio Leone.
Yep.
And
A lot of Clint Eastwood.
it had Clint Eastwood, who wasn't washed up. He was up and coming.
Yeah.
And he made a bunch of this
He made a
made
bunch of
his
them.
career. Like, we know Clint Eastwood mainly because of these movies, which broke up. I mean, he blew up because of all this stuff.
Yeah, the Dollars
They were
trilogy.
they
But
were
at the time, he was,
he was a TV actor. He
yeah,
was like
TV
from
actor.
Clint
so-
Eastwood.
Rawhide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's on Rawhide and a couple other
Yeah.
things, and then he
Now he's
Once
directing.
Upon a
did
Time
the,
in
you know,
Mexico, too?
No, Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Okay,
one-
thank
Once
you.
Upon a Time in Mexico is another movie
That-
that's really good.
Which is
With Brad
also
Pitt.
really good.
He's just like Brad Pitt's like any title that's Once Upon a Time to his agent. This is Brad.
Yeah.
Pitt. Like,
Yeah.
I really like
Once
how
Upon a
stories
Time.
start with Once Upon a Time. I want my story to start that way.
Yep.
So if you get a title of a movie, it's Once Upon a Time. I need you to call me. We'll find a spot. And now I want to see how many he's in that say Once Upon a Time.
probably just
I
the two.
think the two.
Yeah.
Damn it, Brad Pitt, do better. Sorry, continue.
And so that started a whole genre of just like super cheap. They were all filmed in Italian,
Mm-hmm.
and except like the English actor spoke English, and the Italian actor spoke Italian, and then they would dub the Italian over. And
It's pretty crazy.
and they're like, it's what?
Is that also part of the reason why a lot of Native American characters were played by Italians during that time, or is that just?
Oh no, just because racism.
I mean, but was that like a factor? I mean,
like, look, in Italy, yes. In the United States, they were like, "Are you brown?
yeah.
Do you want to be paid less than anybody else? Get in the bag. You're an Indian."
I didn't know if that was the reason it became popularized on top of the racism.
And occasionally they would, put makeup on a white person.
Yep.
And have them play an Indian.
Look, one of my favorite westerns is The Searchers. It's a John Wayne movie where he is a despicable character. He's an ex-Confederate. He's a racist. He's just a terrible. But you're rooting for this guy because he's like going to try to rescue the daughters of some friends who got kidnapped by some Comanche. And the head of the Comanche, the chief of the Comanche, they found not an Indian. They didn't find a brown guy. They went to Berlin and got the whitest Aryan fellow they could and just painted him red. And he was the chief. But it's a great movie. It's as problematic it is. I watch it like, oh, it's still good. It's still good. It's just still good.
Well, I thought it was okay. I don't really like westerns. I don't know if it's the bad guy thing. I've never thought about it. I just don't find them interesting.
No, I
don't know.
think all the stories are so similar in
I think
westerns.
it's the same as though I don't like country music.
Yeah, I don't like.
It's
country
like it's
music
going to be
either.
about a dog, a truck, and a wife.
Right.
Like, are there ever any country musics about like women singing about their wives or men singing about their husbands? No, that doesn't fit the format.
Y'all kids
Actually,
killed
that's
We're
not-
getting there.
Y'all killed somebody in my family, and now I'm gonna take revenge.
Right.
I mean, that's
It
basically.
feels
what-
very-
Those are also the best ones. I like
So I just
the night the lights went out in Georgia. Vicki Lawrence, Reba McIntyre did a great cover of that. That's basically that story.
I mean,
and
it's
a great song.
It is what it is, but
So I
no,
think
some-
my favorite parts of this movie were at the beginning it starts. I talk a lot when I watch
Uh-oh.
movies, which is why.
Your mic.
How about
There we go. Oh,
Yep.
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 Touch nothing.
just
got
don't
it.
touch it.
We're good.
So I do talk a lot when I watch movies and I'm not in the theaters. I think I struggle in the theaters, to be honest, because I just make comments. But it the first shot showed, and then you see Russell Crowe. Okay, and I
Right.
went, "Is that Russell Crowe?" And she was like, "Who? That guy?" And it went back to the bad guy,
Baby
okay?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, and she was like, "That guy," and I was like, "No, not that guy, obviously." And then it came back, and I was like, "It come back to him." I was like, "That guy." And she was like, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "Yes." And I do that where I'm like, "Yes, I'm getting better." So there's that,
Nice.
and then we had a conversation in the middle of the movie, Derby wife and I, where we were talking about the movie, and I was like, "It's okay. I don't like westerns." I was like, if somebody was like, "What western have you seen?" I would be like, "Wild Wild West." Like,
Yeah.
we had a whole conversation
But
where
it's
it's like,
true.
and so it was like, "What westerns have you seen?" I was like, Wild Wild West, I think, is the only one I've seen.
Have you not seen Tombstone?
But then I remember,
Right,
because I was
Tombstone.
like, no, because we watched Tombstone, and Jennifer was like, I don't think I've seen Tombstone. So I guess I watched it without her, like with
Yeah.
me. She doesn't think she's seen it with
But
me.
I'm with you, and I
I was
watch a
like-
lot of movies, and I think I've seen Wild Wild West.
But I
and
went into the whole
Tombstone,
thing. I was
and
like,
now
you
this.
just need a guy in a wheel. Like, I love that movie, but he's swimming in a
Oh,
water.
I saw that one with Johnny Depp when he was the Lone Ranger,
Oh.
It's cool. It's Johnny Depp.
and I've also seen.
Although I don't know, is it called The
Oh
Lone
no,
Ranger?
I've seen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
Lone
Lone
Ranger.
Ranger.
I've seen
He
that,
plays Tano in
Quentin
it. It's
Tarantino
Hey, he's 1/16
Is
something.
Quentin Tarantino the one where like
the
it was more recent than not?
Yeah, it's like 8. It was it eight,
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. I've seen Hateful Eight.
And then they did a remake
'Cause
recently
it's-
of Magnificent Seven.
Oh, I've
The
seen that one,
Magnificent
too.
one is the one I've
Magnificent
seen.
7. I've seen
I guess
that.
Yeah,
So
the
I've
re-
seen,
I
the-
guess
the
I've
remake's
seen
fun.
some others.
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
some modern ones like that.
but none of them fit the spaghetti western.
No, they actually
If
are
you
more
will.
entertaining. I do watch Yellowstone. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I do not watch
it's
that.
a modern western.
I do like Yellowstone because
on
it's
premise, I
Sons
just
of
haven't.
Anarchy, but with horses.
Okay.
And I
Oh, that's basically
Yeah.
Tombstone. It's Sons of Anarchy on horses with Val Kilmer, which is like the
this,
perfect.
This does beg the question, Scotty. How similar is this movie to that game that you really liked?
yes.
Oh,
Red
I
Dead
can speak on
Redemption.
that too.
Did you just have duels in that
it's-
game?
No,
no,
You
but there are
can,
some
though.
dueling in it. But it's not like that. There's
Can you have
Also,
duels?
also
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes against exactly what Stephanie said her issue with the westerns of good guys winning, because it's not about that. It's really about being the
it's
bad
spa-
guy.
instead of
And honestly,
spaghetti,
most
it's more like-
westerns, I would argue that in most westerns, the good guys do not win. This is actually an exception to that rule.
Every Western I've ever
The
seen
good guys
has like.
win. The good guys always win.
I mean, like, unless
The
it's
bad guys win for a
unless
while,
it's
and
a
then the good
Tarantino
guys
movie.
Well,
win.
I would say
Yeah.
good guy. I would say in most westerns, you're not following the good guy to begin
like
with.
that we're arguing this after just having had said we don't watch westerns, but I do know the good guys always win. I don't have to watch it to know it, Caleb.
I would say for the most part, you're not following the good guy to begin with.
in this one.
This
I don't
one you
know my
are.
life.
No, you're not. You're not following the good guy in this one. She's not a good lady.
She's not. You're right.
She is out for revenge.
Russell Crowe is
That's-
a good guy.
Outlaws,
She
but
doesn't
what
give
I
him
mean
water.
Is the person that has been scorned in some way gets their revenge. They actually.
I'll be fair. I mean, to be fair, that's how movies work.
Yeah, that's just how movies work.
Like most people don't go watch a movie to see the bad guy win. There's very few movies where the bad guy wins.
Yeah, but
And
wouldn't
it's-
that be a great twist, though?
no, because
If he just kills her and everybody else, and he's like, "Now back to work."
I mean, nine
Fix
this
times.
those-
town
fix
continues to
those
suck.
buildings.
like
Fix
it
those
goes through
buildings.
the whole thing where you expect, one outcome and you
Credits.
don't get it,
I mean,
and then it's like, oh, that's.
Thing is,
That's
thing
horror
is,
films.
thing is, nine times out of 10,
Hey,
though,
horror films. That's what
Yeah,
horror
I
films
know.
do.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, but
I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying,
I mean, outside of horror films, though, when people have tried doing that, a lot of people weren't
They
happy.
don't respond well
Yeah,
because it pisses them off.
'Cause-
Which is a response, which I would like to argue.
I
You're
mean,
getting a response.
I mean that is the point of art. But
Interesting.
For
There's
me,
a lot of thoughts.
There was a movie that pissed me off the other day. Was it a movie or a TV show? Because the ending was not what I wanted. And I remember being so upset about it. I literally
She's so
cried.
upset
I was
she
like
can't
angry.
remember what it
Like
was.
angry
Yeah, she's
cry.
blacked it out.
she's so mad she blocked it out.
But I'm
It's
trying to
gone.
remember what it was. Was
Do
it
we
a
need to reach
TV
out to Jamie to get clarification on this?
Probably because he was sitting with me. What
genre was it?
Hell, if I can remember.
She can't. Literally, she
I
removed it from her
remember
Is he-
life.
is he
It was
refing-
recently.
is he
she
referring to
used
that?
her wand and
Yeah.
pulled
Well, no,
that
he's done
memory
now.
from her
Text him.
brain and put it
Hold
in a
on.
pensive and then set it on fire.
Oh, so we can't even
And
find
then
the pensive.
drink it like the goblet of fire in Pensacon. So it's completely gone.
That I
Oh, that-
literally cried at the end of it because it pissed me off.
I don't want to watch it because it
I
made her
kinda-
cry.
Yeah.
It made her cry.
Yeah,
So
she
it's
doesn't
worth
cry. I'm like, man.
It was like legit. I was like, I couldn't believe it. How like
Oh, I'm so
upset I was
excited.
about.
It's gonna be
I'm
Hocus Pocus to watch.
It was not. It was
Oh,
not.
okay, I'm excited to find out what it is.
Because she wouldn't watch that again.
Yeah.
She threw a party and it really upset her.
It was, man. Now, and to be fair,
To be
I was
fair.
To be
really
fair.
drunk by the time we got to the second one.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had been drinking through the whole first movie.
You?
You drinking?
Let me tell y'all something. Oh, wait, he just read it. Hold
Uh-oh.
on. We're about to get clarification.
We are getting minute by minute
Minute
updates on the movie that was
She
so
forgot.
gloriously terrible that Stephanie shed a tear
And blocked it out.
and then
I mean,
pulled
I
it from
was
her brain
sitting
with her
there,
wand.
and it was like I was ugly crying too about it. It was like
What was the wand you got? Didn't you get a wand for Christmas, like a good one?
I did.
Whose was it?
It was Snape's.
Oh,
That is
Snape's,
why
yeah.
Snape doesn't fuck around. Okay, when he pulls your memory, it's gone.
That's right.
Okay,
Oh.
Snape took it.
Trying to
While we
remember.
read,
Yeah, while we wait.
Yeah.
I enjoy this film, but I enjoy this film almost, not for the Western elements.
Oh, fun.
For the Raimi elements.
Is it for
Night-
the shots? Because I love the,
The
shots.
shots
That's
are-
Raimi. That's
yeah.
all, the shots are
That's
great.
Raimi.
I like.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
what
shots
else
are
does
good.
he do then?
But-
Because there were some shots where I was like, "Fuck, that was beautiful."
What else does he do?
I can do a
That's
list.
hilarious.
So,
We got the Evil Dead.
Oh, his Dark Materials.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
that's the
I like-
HBO show.
I like
It's
the-
an HBO show.
Yeah, that's.
I
yeah.
like the show. Yeah.
I did like it, and I know why I was so upset.
Yeah.
It was the very end, and even though I've read the books and I knew how it was going to end, I was hoping that they would fix that problem.
Oh, did you not like the how the
So
book
they
ended?
done? Is it over?
Yeah, because I think they
'Cause
they knew
can't
ahead of
live
time
in
they
the
were
same
canceling
world, and that pissed me
Yeah.
off.
Oh, that's the Doctor Who ending there.
it. Yeah, I knew that this past season was like they rushed the ending because they didn't want to do all the books. They were just like, we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
And-
HBO wasn't giving them money. That Warner Brothers money is drying up.
Well, it's that Zaslav.
I thought it was really good. They
Yeah,
did a
no,
great
they did a good job for what they did. Yeah.
But I remember, like it really bothered me, and so the end, like they're both sitting on that bench, but in different worlds, and it's like, oh my god.
Aw.
I'm,
Sorry, Scott.
I'm sorry.
Very
yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Very
though.
Thank you.
about it.
We're here for you.
And thank Jamie for remembering.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, what was it that you did like? 'Cause
All right, so I like this movie not for the Western elements. I really like it for two reasons. I love the weird, colorful characters.
Oh, yeah.
I like every fighter has a thing, and it's almost like wrestling, but they're all interesting. It's like, so you get like Scars. He just got out of prison. He's got 36 years, but they only kept him
And
for 30.
apparently he smells really bad.
Right, he stinks.
No,
You
he
got
smells real bad.
you got Mad Dog, who can't remember where he buried his treasure. You get Ace Hanlon, who does cool tricks and is obviously claiming events that happened that were his own. You get Sergeant Cantrell, who is
A Buffalo Soldier.
the Buffalo Soldier, who honestly throughout the whole story is the real hero of the story.
Yeah.
He's the one to come save the day, even though he's doing it for money. He's going to try to kill Herod and save the town. But of course he doesn't because his intentions are not pure. Heroes can't win if their intentions are not pure. This movie has no heroes, which is really fascinating to me. It's just
You got Dog Kelly. you got-
everyone's just got these weird, crazy agendas, and then you find out like Court, who became a priest because he shot one, and felt remorse and put a life of violence behind him, and they drag him back in,
Right.
and like,
Very Godfather.
but it's like, and at the point where he's trying not to shoot, but it's when it comes down to it,
His
it's him-
reflexes.
it's him or it's kill to be killed,
Yep.
and so
Right.
and he realizes that. DiCaprio, who is like peak baby DiCaprio, honestly.
Right.
He was obnoxious.
And-
he reminded me of Bieber. Like someone
Right?
shoot him.
You're right.
Like he was so Bieberish.
He was so Bieberish.
But you can imagine how that kid grew up to
Yeah.
be that. I mean, I see the work in this.
Now I need to know Bieber's dad.
God, when
I still want
when
to see Tom Cruise
when-
beat Bieber's ass.
when the kid is
I'm a believer.
when the
Yeah.
kid is dying though, even then he can't get the approval. Like he's reaching out, literally going, "Give me
And
that
that's
approval."
the other thing about this movie I like. Gene Hackman just walks in, chews all the scenery, and steals the entire movie. There are two great scenes that he's in. Every scene he's in, actually.
He's
is
amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing
He's
at
an
everything.
amazing actor.
But like the first one is when he invites the lady to dinner. That whole conversation they have about just like, it's just watching him work. Is I could take the gunfights out. I get. I feel it is a little slow. at places, and like things you really want to see, they kind of gloss over
Right.
it. Right. Because at the end of the day, they just really want to show you the last 4. They really want to get to the last 4.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they have to humiliate a couple of guys, get you to the last 4.
It's why
I
most
don't
of the
disagree with that
contest
at
is a
all.
montage.
Right. I don't disagree with that at all. But the one that gets me is the one you just mentioned, Caleb. That gunfight between the kid and Harrod, and we all knew how it's going to end because Harrod gave him outs 4 times.
Yep.
And the kid's not going to do it, and he gets shot, and he just wants that approval, and he's not
good enough.
and he's not going to give it to him.
Or acknowledgement, at least
Acknowledgement, he's not going to do it. And
Even
then when
as he's holding the injury he
Right.
just got from him.
right. It's almost it's to me it looks like it's being played two ways. One, he takes the shot and is almost proud that he took the shot from his son, because I'm convinced that's
Right.
his son,
Yeah.
but he can't acknowledge it,
is.
and he waits till he dies to say it was never proven that he was my son. Oh, it's so good.
This is exactly
So good.
how Scotty
Rest
is
of
going
movies
to
that-
handle the submissions for his child in the 90s.
If you shoot me in the neck, I'll be proud for a moment, and then I will discount you.
That's right.
On film, because he don't give a fuck.
I think it, and then my third thing, Raimi is notorious for, especially this era. This is his last crazy shot film. He takes a break for 3 films to shoot regular movies.
Lame.
Right, it really is because he's mainly chasing the Oscar.
Man.
Right.
So Raimi goes through a period where he
He's
wants
not
to.
doing it for pure reasons. He's not going to get it.
Well, exactly. He's chasing the Oscar. He's friends with the Coen brothers. The Coen brothers, the year before this movie comes out, win for Fargo.
Right.
He makes this movie, and then he's like, I want to make my Oscar film, and then he makes A Simple Plan, which is a great movie.
I've never even heard
It's
of it.
it's Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton, and it's
Oh, I love Billy Bob
it's a
Thornton.
movie about guys finding money, like drug money, and they're trying to figure out what to do with it and how it eats themselves up, and like so
Okay.
that it's great.
Well, I've
And-
seen the Flintstones.
And
Oh, you're looking. He did
Go
the
ahead.
he
Flintstones?
didn't do the
He
Flintstones.
didn't.
Oh, he was an actor.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let me change this. I'm sorry.
He did Evil Dead,
I
Evil
love
Dead
Evil
2,
Dead.
Army of Darkness. Those are his 3.
Dark
Right.
Man.
He did Dark Man, Quick and the Dead, A Simple Plan,
For the Love of the Game.
for
Oz
the Love
the
of Gaming,
Great and
The
Powerful.
Gift,
And then the Spider-Man.
the 3 Spider-Man films, Drag Me to Hell, and then
He did Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oz and the Great Power was his last one before he came back. He was semi-retired for a while, and then come back and did the new Doctor Strange.
Which I think Oz the Great and Powerful wasn't that bad. I think it's kind of overlooked as one of his films.
Most people think it's a Burton film. It's very Burton.
It's very Burton-esque,
It's
yeah.
a very Burton-esque film.
Okay.
But that's why I like this movie. I think, it's a great collection of character actors doing just great work. Movie's okay. Without that element, though, I think I'd pass on it.
Right.
But I think it's got enough flavor for me to thoroughly enjoy it. Are we ready for a libation?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, we are. I'm very excited about this because it's something I love.
Stephanie, I love you.
I love you.
Oh,
1 for
I'm
3.
another thing she loves.
All right. My bag of tricks.
But tricks are for kids.
All right. We have, because you can't find it in Alabama, but I did find it in Florida. Buffalo Trace Bourbon, which is my favorite. Fresh squeezed myself, Myers lemon juice.
Okay. Okay, then.
Simple syrup that I made this morning from local honey. I'm all about good stuff these days.
I'm
too
excited
old to
about
be
this.
drinking cheap stuff.
If I'm a drink, it's going to be worth it.
Also, I now have so much alcohol in my house that I have emptied my wine rack, and my wine rack is filled with alcohol bottles.
I think she
So
was like,
it's
I'm looking for a.
I mean, it's crazy. I have alcohol bottles everywhere, and most of it's from this podcast. But Jamie, instead of cooking now, he's still cooking.
He just drinks.
No, he's decided that he wants to be a craft cocktail person.
Oh, he wants to be a mixologist.
Yeah. So now we have all this bizarre stuff that I'm like, the hell are you doing? And he'll like make 1 or 2 drinks, and then it'll sit there. So from now on, I ain't buying anything until we get rid of what's in my house.
Fair.
Y'all are going to be drinking my stuff.
All right.
All right. But today we're making bourbon sours.
Ooh.
I love sours so much,
You'll love this.
and I love bourbon. So I'm going to be waiting here till my wife can pick me up from the podcast.
I'll take you home, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is going to happen.
I think.
All right.
I think
So
my seats
bourbon
are laid down.
sour?
You just lay in
Take
the.
a nap, just
Just
take a
take a nap.
Just care for me the way that I need.
Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
Also very easy to make. You technically only need 3 ingredients. And then your garnish, if you choose to garnish, which I brought a garnish. So your 3 ingredients, bourbon, simple syrup, and lemon juice. Preferably all fresh if you can get it. I don't buy simple syrup anymore. I haven't bought simple syrup in years. I mean, this is a bottle that I bought, but I use it just to make my own because I'm spoiled and I like honey. So there.
So what, you might be getting to it, but what chose you to make this beverage for this movie?
Well, I was going to do a bourbon-based beverage, period, because in the Western, I mean, they drink whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I like whiskey. I like bourbon better, and they had bourbons back then as well. Usually they would drink it straight. I'm like, I know Caleb won't necessarily like straight bourbon. You and I would totally be down
yeah.
on that, but,
Oh, yeah.
I'll drink straight bourbon.
Would you really?
Yeah,
'Cause you
bourbon.
like
Hey,
sweeter
man.
stuff. But you like sweeter stuff.
But I like flavored stuff. I don't like. So like bourbon has its own flavor that I can get with. It's regular beer that I don't like.
I miss
Okay.
beer.
Well, by the way, it's for 1 drink. It's 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of your lemon juice, and then I put just a bar spoon of simple syrup.
Okay.
But I'm making this for 3 drinks. So
Hey, while she's making that, Scotty, did you just go ham one day, or do you think everything in this office costs $25? Because we got a lot of $25 stickers on everything. Or are you just trying to auction off things in here? What's happening?
I have a price gun, and sometimes I will just willy-nilly just price things.
He gets
for
he
fun?
gets trigger happy with
I
the
just get
price
trigger
gun.
happy. Just for. Hey, you know what? Don't judge me.
I'm just curious. I'm just, like if you're already like, if I die and someone has to sell this, I expect you to get $25 from this fan right here that's also a heater. But I want you to get it twice, so you're gonna need to get $50.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
Now I kinda want
I know
you
if
to
I
do
die,
that. I want you to just
Steph's
start
getting
tagging
my
everything.
Klingon picture autograph.
I am.
That's.
I don't want that.
She was like immediately like, I got it because when you die, you get. That's coming to me. I went, okay.
That's what we need to do, Stephanie. When we come help clean the office, we need to just go ahead
Put
and
our-
initial.
yeah,
yeah.
we should get like one of those label makers and just
And
put
just
our names
label-
on stuff that we get.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Scotty
I'm
dies.
just holding
Guys,
it
be
for
like,
Stephanie and
Justina,
Justina.
why is your name on this? Be like, don't worry about it. You're gonna be dead. You don't worry about that, Scotty. You don't need to worry
We're just
about
gonna
that.
claim shit.
I do not want the black hell puzzle back. So one
that's
of y'all need to put your name on it.
That's another reason why if Scotty's children are out there, they need a contact so that way they can figure out what's theirs.
I just need y'all little bitches to know we're doing it next week, so you don't get anything.
Right?
Word.
I have so much yard work to do, and part of me is upset that it's raining because I can't do it. And then part of me, after last week of work, is like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go home and sleep tonight.
Did you?
All right, so I've chosen. You can garnish with an orange or cherry.
I would like a fancy cherry, please.
Yeah, I don't do oranges in my bourbons.
I'm so excited. Scotty, you
These
can have
are
a sip of
bourbon
mine if you
cherries,
want.
by
No,
the
I'm
way.
good. I'm good. As most people know, I'm heavily medicated. I had a bad autoimmune attack, and so I'm not really supposed to have alcohol.
That's fair.
So I had it was a rough week for me.
Okay, lick my spoon.
So I'm going to let you enjoy and watch it. Now, if this was absinthe, I'd be like, maybe I should break that rule, but
Because
And I
you
do
also
like
have to
bourbon.
live your life.
I do, and I do love bourbon, but I will be there in spirits.
You're welcome. All right.
Mm. Cheers.
Cheers. That's delightful.
I like westerns a little bit more right now. You can take me to the Wild Wild West.
Is it good? Do you guys enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
So I want to talk about the creation of this film. This film is created by the writer Simon Moore, who's a British writer, and who loves spaghetti westerns. That's why it's a very spaghetti western.
Why is it called spaghetti?
Italian.
Italian.
Italy.
It's made in
Because
Italy.
Just because of
Yes.
Italy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's an American name, isn't it? Because it sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's
came
our-
from the
it's our
spaghetti
nickname for it.
people.
It's our
Oh,
nickname
yeah.
for it.
The
Yeah.
Italians didn't name it that
Yeah,
way.
we
The
named
Americans
it. Yeah, we
did.
named it.
Feels like-
It's just a
it
genre
almost
film.
feels like a racist term.
It
at this
is.
point.
I don't know,
100%.
Continue. I'm
It's
sorry.
offensive, but it's anyway. All right, so where was I? So Simon Moore
So
was
sorry.
no problem. So Simon Moore had won an Emmy and won a bunch of British awards for a miniseries he made called Traffic, and it was about opium dealers from like getting the poppy seed back in Afghanistan and making it an opium, and selling it in England.
Okay.
Steven Soderbergh took that concept and made a movie called Traffic.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was with a K. This was like how you normally spell traffic, and made it about drug cartels in Mexico and stuff, and won the Oscar for it. That's how
Okay.
Soderbergh gets his Oscar. Is from this, but Simon Moore was kind of, you can do kind of what you want kind of thing. So he wrote this Western with the intent to direct it, and Sony paid him money to do it, and Sony bought it and was like, yeah, I don't know if you'll be directing it, but we're gonna buy it. And so, and it was like 3 years later, and so he's like, hey, I'll take the ending, because he didn't think it was gonna get made now. So he's like, okay, I'll sell it. So he sold it. They bought it for Sharon Stone, who was just coming off Basic Instinct and a couple other things. She was Sliver and Basic Instinct were the two biggest things she had done.
Did you see Basic Instinct?
Yeah.
No, Justina.
Scotty, we
I
don't
know
ever
you've seen
question if you've seen.
I heard that as, did you say Basic Instinct?
No,
That's
no.
right.
Did you see Basic?
No.
You
I
can
don't
see
believe
her
it.
hoo-ha in it.
I didn't. I didn't really enjoy her in this movie, so I don't know if I want to see her hoo-ha.
Well, I was just letting you know.
Okay. Is it pretty?
Well, it's quick,
Okay.
but it's she's very famous for that.
Yeah.
For her hoo-ha being shown in Basic Instinct?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a very
1992,
famous
baby. It was
scene.
known as the Beaver Shot.
Yeah, it's a very famous scene. It's been
Okay.
parodied and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good to know.
But it did elevate her status, and she was a star.
What a weird thing to get
Absolutely.
elevated for. Be like, oh, you showed your hoo-ha? We want her. We
Right.
want her on this right now.
She was in
And
Total Recall.
prior,
Prior
Paul
to
Van Hoven, who directed Total Recall, also directed Basic Instinct. Total Recall was 2 years before. It was Paul Van Hoven's next movie. And to be fair,
To be fair,
she's really good in Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
she is.
She's really good at it. And
She
so
really is.
I did
Beaver
not
Shot,
think
no.
she was that good in this movie, though. It felt like her acting felt off.
I felt like that might not be her fault.
Maybe not, because sometimes it's the story.
realistically,
direction.
she's just doing a really bad imitation of Clint Eastwood in this film.
Yeah.
The man with no name that comes into town. That's all she's doing. She doesn't have a lot going on.
But I'm sure that
there's not a lot.
I mean,
I understand that,
there's
yeah.
not a whole lot of room for acting for her.
So she gets a list of scripts. She picks this one. She really wants to do this one.
Mhm.
Well, I'm intrigued by it. Do you know which other one she had?
I don't know how I don't have the list, but she
We
really
need give
wanted
her
to
a
do
call.
this one.
If you could reach out, please. We have some questions, and
Uh,
none of them hoo-ha
And I do
related.
know that she really wanted Leonardo DiCaprio in this.
She also really, really wants Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She had saw Army of Darkness
I love that movie.
and loved it, and was like, "This is the guy to make this movie." And Sam Raimi was like, "I don't know about westerns," and they were like, "Cha-ching, okay, I'll come do this." She also wanted Russell Crowe. Fun fact: this is Russell Crowe's first American film.
Right, which how did she know Russell Crowe?
She had
Australian
seen
films.
Romper Stomper, which is his Australian film. He's done a couple
Okay.
films in Australia, Romper Stomper being his biggest.
Uh-huh.
She saw Romper Stomper the year before and was like, I want him in this movie.
Okay.
Studio was like, who? And she's like, Russell Crowe. And they were like, what? And they got him cheap, so he came over because
Yeah.
the first American film. She wanted Leonardo DiCaprio. The studio did not want Leo. And to the point where she said, fine, I'll pay him. So she and Sam Raimi both used part of their salary to pay Leo's.
Why did you want him that bad? Do you know?
That's a good question.
So he was in a movie the year before called What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh, I love that movie.
Which got him an Oscar
Which got him an Oscar nomination.
Oh my God, one of my favorite movies.
She knew he was an up-and-coming star. She knew Russell Crowe was going to be a star. I mean, she's really good at I'm like, she got the big names before they were huge.
If anything, it shows that she's a great producer.
Absolutely. She produces the shit out of this movie. And
yeah. Let me tell you, if you've not seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape, watch it. It
it's
is
really good.
It's got
phenomenal.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Leo.
Johnny Depp, Leo.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Except it doesn't follow Tropic Thunder's rule.
What's that?
You never go full retard.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Leo goes full
Full
retard.
retard.
well,
He goes full retard.
because the premise is that he's a
He's
special needs.
He's special needs kid.
yeah.
And it's really good, and that's why he gets the nomination. He doesn't win, but that's what he gets the nomination for. But
I mean, he doesn't win until for a movie that honestly he shouldn't have won for that movie. But
for
Wasn't that
Revenant?
a thing?
Yeah,
like,
Revenant.
He's been up for a lot, but he never.
he's
got
been
one?
nominated like 13 or 14 times.
Let me tell you, he won for Remnant because it was just time for him
It was
to win
long
an
overdue.
Oscar. That movie was
that was not the
awful.
film for him to win.
It
but
was-
but
it
it
was
was
not
it was
good.
very much a we've passed over him. He's hitting a certain age. Okay, we'll give him the
it's
win.
like there's so many other movies that he should have won
Hey,
for other than Remnant.
Because
do me a-
there's a certain age where they say,
They're
okay,
like,
you have
okay,
to
he needs
win.
one.
Caleb, do me a favor. Look up the year that Leo wins for The Revenant and find out who the other 4 nominees are.
Oh, I'm looking.
Because I want to know who he's up against for them to go, okay, it's his turn.
Because Revenant's terrible.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's not
wondering,
great.
like, if it's always like just that film wasn't on par with the other films
So
every time he was nominated.
Let's see. It was the 2015.
Yeah, it's 2015.
Well, yeah, it's generally. It was generally a case of better films came out that year, but I think for the most part, The Revenant shouldn't have been the one he won for.
Yeah, I'm with that.
But
You want some? While he's looking that up, you want some apocrypha?
yes.
Always.
A sex scene between Ellen and Court was shot, but Sharon Stone director Sam Raimi decided it was a necessary part of the story. However, the story, the scene is not included in the American release, but it's in the international version. I
Is that
looked.
what we're gonna watch on that guy's TV? Because that's real uncomfortable, Scotty. That we're watching some random guy's TV from a cell phone of a sex scene.
I enjoy.
We might.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
enjoy
Nice.
young naked Russell Crowe.
Is it because it's so supple and beautiful and soft?
Well, because he took care of himself.
Yeah.
It's cute.
He's not.
He's cute.
He's definitely got the dad bod now.
Okay.
He's let himself go a bit.
All right, who are the nominees?
So here are the nominees, and here are the films for it.
Okay.
Bryan Cranston in Trumbo as Dalton Trumbo.
Yeah, not a win.
Matt Damon in The Martian as Mark Watney.
Not a win.
Not a win.
Michael Fassbender as Steve Jobs in Steve Jobs.
Not a win.
And Eddie Redmayne in The Danish Girl
That was a good.
as
He was
Lily
good in that.
Elby.
yeah, but there was
Which-
so much backlash
Yeah.
because the Danish Girl by the time that came to
Right.
the
Yeah.
Oscars. It went-
Yeah.
So it was not just like it was like
They give it to. There was no other.
there's nobody else. I like. Yeah, there's nobody else to give it to in that. Ugh.
Yeah, that year was weird.
That
but-
was a weird. I
He-
forgot.
I mean, the
Bryan
Mark.
Cranston
He's
got
very
Trumbo.
hard
I could
for
s-
me to watch. Eddie.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Eddie
Eddie
Redmayne.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching him. In
He
anything.
Who is
leans
he?
either really good or really
He's what's
goofy.
his face in the
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, he's in
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts. The
He's the main
The
dude.
one.
new Johnny Depp?
No, the main dude.
the main dude.
The awkward guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I like him a lot.
Scamander.
Yeah, Newt.
I don't. His facial features.
I mean, but I knew
weird me out.
I mean,
But I
I knew
like
him
him
before though
in-
in Les Mis as
I love him
Marius.
in Les Mis.
See,
Love
I
him in
still
like
have
Les
Les
yet
Mis.
to
Mis.
see that.
Les Mis, I will watch over and over. I love Les Mis.
So I think that
love it.
he does that role so well, and maybe that is his like facial features. But
Yeah,
because
it's-
that character is so
He
awkward.
does, but the thing is he kind of has those facial features. I mean, that's the way he looks.
Yeah.
But it fits Scamander.
Okay, well now I want to watch him.
But
in
yeah,
something else.
I mean, I could argue Matt Damon though for The Martian for that year. I think there's
I mean,
argument.
my pick out of the 5 is The Martian. I like that movie over the other ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a good movie. I
I like
like that movie.
He's good in it, and he carries the film because it's mostly him through the whole. There's
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
is.
work in it, but
yeah,
between if it's a gimme year for Leo, that's the gimme year.
yeah.
So
I remember going to see The Revenant with my mom and Jamie in the theater, and we were sitting there miserable. It's like
it's not a.
we almost
It's not a
walked
fun
out, but we
movie.
felt like we were. We kept hoping that it would pick up.
It doesn't.
And it doesn't. It's literally like watching paint dry.
It's not.
How is your mom?
Okay, she's still. I mean, she's homebound. She's can't drive. She can't go anywhere without me.
Yeah.
But she's doing good. I mean,
We
best
haven't
she
heard
can.
about her.
We're
We haven't talked about her recently.
Not a whole lot's changed. But I think she's come to terms with it because I finally got her to cancel her car insurance and cancel some things that
That's
she was paying.
hard.
It was. And the next step is like, okay, Mom, you can probably sell your car because we're not going to ever need it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we're baby steps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard, though.
It is.
It's those things that you don't think about until you're like, we should cancel that. And it's like,
But also, I feel like she was being taken. Do you know how much she was paying for insurance for her car? Like, I was shocked. $150 a month.
just for her.
For a little, just for her, for a little Honda Fit that was paid off.
Now, how much do you think that goes up with your age?
I mean, she said she's been paying that rate for years.
Well, she probably never looked into it then.
Right.
And never
She
changed
didn't
it
know.
'cause
She was
the older generation, you're
Right.
like, that's what it is. And we're like, no, it's not.
No, Mama, it's
No.
like that. Are you kidding me? I don't pay that total for all of our vehicles.
Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? So anyway,
I just thought I'd ask. Sorry, Scotty.
No, it's fine. I was having
Tangent.
I was having an Anne Hathaway moment while y'all were doing that because
Okay.
We just saw
she was
somebody that looked
terrible
like
in Les Mis, by the way.
she won the Oscar for it,
I
which
know
is dumb for
Yeah, for
a
that-
close
I will
up
say
face
that.
and crying. While
I have never been
Which-
so disappointed in a character in
I
my
got
life.
to watch it. Like, I want to. I just never
just
think
There are
about
parts of it that I really enjoy.
But
It's a
everybody talks
beautiful.
about it, and I want
Hugh
to.
Jackman, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
just don't like that show,
I think
and it's
Hugh
just
Jackman
like
Jackman and
is
Mark
amazing.
Yeah,
and-
it's a heavy story, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
A
a-
lot
And
of
that's
people.
the part that's like,
A lot of
ugh.
people are really down on Russell Crowe for his role. I think the acting in his role is fantastic. He plays his part well.
It's
He's
the
not a
it's the
strong
singing.
singer, but
Yeah.
it's not terrible.
no, he's not bad.
He's
No.
not terrible. That's what pisses me off. It's like he's fine for the role he's playing, and it's like, but a lot of musical theater people gave him shit, and it's like,
I
the
missed
dude's a
the,
fantastic
you know what, though?
actor,
Same as
and
Hamilton, though.
and he's singing on key, and he's fine.
You know what
Like
though? I
Lin-Manuel.
miss the days when you could get away with dubbing actors though for singing.
Yeah.
I miss those
But
days.
see, I think he was
'Cause-
fine. I think he did a fine job.
Because I think you hire two different positions. You
But
hire Russell Crowe for the acting.
Look, guys, I'll just put Les Mis next season. We'll talk about it
Please.
then.
Please, and thank you,
Please
'cause then I'll
do.
be forced to
Please
watch it.
do. But one more thing on
Yeah.
that. Musical theater people are funny as hell to me
Word,
because
they are quick.
they will
Quirky.
rave about Lin-Manuel, who cannot
No.
sing his way out of a fucking
I
bucket.
don't
Who will
know,
be the
I've-
first to tell you that he could?
Right, and he
I don't know.
can't.
I know a lot of musical people that hate him.
But he is an amazing writer. He's an amazing composer.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic actor, and he's smart enough to build the show around the fact that he cannot sing.
Yeah, he builds it around the
So
rest of the cast.
that's fine. But the people have raved about him, and it's like, y'all, I think he's a brilliant man. Can't sing his way out of a bucket.
I have two people who were considered or turned down the role of the kid.
Okay.
Thank you for keeping us on
Thank
point
you.
here.
Thank
I
you.
do that at work, and I don't want to do it here.
One is David Arquette.
I don't know who that is.
I do.
Carry
Oh.
on.
I'm trying to
Wayward
picture
son.
him in that.
He was in Scream.
yeah.
Okay. Was he the one wearing the mask?
No,
Do you
he
know?
was-
Do you know
he's-
Courtney Cox?
He's the sheriff.
He's the
Of
sheriff in
Scream.
Scream.
I know the fake version of Scream, the one where the parody is.
Oh.
Scary Movie.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
scary
yeah.
movie, yeah.
Well, okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Doofy in Scary Movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's David Arquette is the real version in Scream of that guy.
yeah. Okay.
So
Alright.
so you have context at least.
Carry on. Who was
See,
the other one?
as a fan of
Did you say it already?
Scream, and a fan of David Arquette, that's hard to see.
No, that's who he's being parodied. That's what I'm just.
No. I'm talking about
Do you
though.
want-
I'm talking about
Do you want
in
some
the
bourbon poured in your glass?
actual David Arquette. Like I like David Arquette, but it'd be hard to see him in the role of the kid.
Thank you.
The aforementioned Matt Damon turned down the role.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Damon and Leonardo went to a lot of the same like
I could mix you
auditions
one, but
for
that's
a long
complicated.
time
I
growing
figured
up.
that'd be fine.
The court, the studio wanted Liam Neeson. He had just worked with Raimi in
Yeah.
Darkman.
Yep.
And Raimi liked him, and Sharon Stone was like, let's get this Australian guy. And they're like, who?
Get some of that syrup in there.
And so that's how that happened.
I could see Liam.
I'm changing bar trivia to the Grapevine because I'm doing bar trivia differently this
Okay.
season.
Oh, okay.
So the Grapevine, which is just all the weird things that were...
You heard it through the grapevine?
You heard it through the Grapevine.
And then you heard it here.
Sharon Stone's leather jacket in the movie is real.
I knew that. That's
It's
awesome.
It's 100 years old. It came from a Western museum.
So I'm a little salty that she took a piece out of a museum and used in a movie and probably never returned it.
I don't know. She may have returned it. I don't have that part.
If they took it from a museum, I'm wondering if they had, like, if it was like it has to be returned.
That,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
I feel like that would have been a loan sort of deal.
producer-
But
Caleb, can you
also,
look
she
that up?
totally got it dirty, and I mean, there's, that's a 100-year-old coat. What about the damage? There had to have been some damage
Oh,
to it
yeah.
during
Was
the
there
filming.
any sort of like? So I wonder. This is all hypothetical, but like, if when the film was being made and they got it from the museum, if there was some sort of like cross publication, if you will, or not publication. What's the thing when you promotion? Where they also like promoted that museum for it, like, you like this? This is something that they have. You can find more.
Probably.
Like if that was like a tit for tat. if you will.
Or they now hold it in the museum, and they, as seen in Quick and the
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe, hopefully. I don't know.
Sharon Stone did buy the horse she was riding.
I knew that too. That's awesome.
The horse was named Magic. She says, I have been riding all my life, but never seen such a finer horse than this. So she kept Magic. Sharon Stone named Russell Crowe as her favorite on-screen kisser. She didn't feel the same about Leonardo DiCaprio, saying it was about as sexy as kissing my arm.
Because he was 12.
Because he was a little bitty baby child.
Come on, he
Yeah.
doesn't know how to kiss at that age.
I like that he got to see her mostly naked, though. Like,
True.
that was like, she was like this badass, and then all of a sudden it like cut to, and I was like, where are her clothes? Put your clothes on.
It would be Origin of the Pussy Patrol.
You didn't see the vagina in this movie.
Well,
For
no.
those of you out there looking for the hoo-ha, she did
Basic
not
instinct.
show it in this movie,
No.
but you do see leg. It's a nice leg.
DiCaprio. I forgot who's all in the Pussy Party or Pussy Patrol. There's a whole group of them that cruise L.A.
I don't know what you're saying to me right now.
Oh, that was a
I don't know
whole
what
thing.
Pussy Patrol is.
I don't know what
no,
that
that's-
means. Is that a male term?
No, it's Leonardo DiCaprio's like friend group that
Yeah.
would cruise L.A. and pick up girls.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been a thing for years.
Whoa.
Um,
I think we need to back this up a bit.
How did I
think
not
it's
know
Pussy Patrol.
this?
It's either Pussy Patrol or Pussy Party.
I
one
want to
or the
know
other.
who's in it, and if there's
Leonardo
anybody I'd be
DiCaprio
interested in, because I'm not interested in Leonardo.
has a friend group. Okay.
Right.
So all I can imagine is like
Lucas
a
Haas
a
is in
group
it,
chat.
and
Lucas
And they-
Haas. Who's
they-
that?
Cruise
he's
LA.
been a child actor for forever.
Okay.
He's one of those guys that he's not in a lot of things, but when you see him, you're like, oh, I know that guy.
Okay.
He's one of those actors.
Toby
So-
Maguire, because Leo.
McGuire's in it. Yeah.
Toby Maguire?
Yeah,
The
because
one
Leo
from
and Toby are best
Spider-Man?
friends.
Yeah.
The only Spider-Man I've seen is Tobey Maguire.
Leo and Toby
Spider-Man.
are best friends. They grew up
Yeah,
together.
they grew up together.
But I don't want to have sex with him either.
Okay, first of all, Leo is older now. Not first of all. Furthermore,
He's like my age,
does
isn't
he still have, and I just cannot bring myself to say the P word, but does he still have that group?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
still a thing?
But David Blaine was part of it.
That's
Who?
not the answer to my question.
David Blaine,
That's
the
the magician?
The magician?
Magician, yeah.
They
Oh,
have to get
let
a
me tell
magician
you,
on board. to get the
100%.
I mean, it's not a true group like that without a magician.
100%. I would have sex with David Blaine.
I would
I'm not
not.
gonna
Where
lie.
would he show
I have
up?
always found
You'd
him
be in the
sexy.
middle of sex, he'd disappear.
Let me tell you,
He would finish and disappear. And he would never
Magic.
talk to you.
there is nothing sexier than somebody weird and dark.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He is. I would
If
totally.
you're weird and dark, what is your penis doing?
Wait.
I'm just saying.
And then you got Kevin Connolly.
That's the quote of the show.
Yeah.
You're weird out with your
you,
penis there.
you also have Kevin
Should have
Connolly.
t-shirts
Who,
of that.
You also have Kevin Connolly, who strangely enough is also part of Entourage.
Yeah.
I've never
Um,
seen Entourage.
Which
I
is
just need to know if that's still a thing.
David
I
Blaine?
believe it is.
Number one, I
Picture
had no
them
idea
all
that.
in a car together.
I had no idea
Well,
David Blaine
like,
and
on
Leonardo
the
DiCaprio were
streets
friends.
of LA, being like, "Hey, girl,
I
we
would,
on
tell-
patrol."
I would 100%
well,
have
it's
sex
not
with
even
David
just
Blaine.
guys though, because they also occasionally include Sarah Gilbert.
Yep.
Well, is she gay?
I would also have
Yep.
sex with her.
But then it doesn't
100%.
matter. It's still a patrol of the hoo-ha.
It doesn't matter. I would still have sex with her.
Oh my God. gosh.
I've always loved
So what was the
Darlene. I
point
would totally have
of the
sex with
patrol?
Darlene.
What was that?
They just cruise and find women. That's all. And that's what they nicknamed. It was nicknamed.
Do they have like a list of women that they have? Probably.
Oh, there probably is a list.
There's probably a black book
Actually-
somewhere that
actually
they
with
train.
Leo, though-
Get with this friend group.
No,
'cause I'm
but with
curious.
Leo though, there's the NDA. So any woman he hooks up to with has to sign an
Yep.
NDA before he
So,
does it.
I'm not
So-
gonna
How
use any
sexy
names.
Is that be like, hey baby, I got the condom. You got to fill out this form.
So, guys, I'm not going to use any names because of somebody who might be listening. But I am in a running club. Let's just say running club.
Right.
Are you
we-
back in?
Yes, actually, I am.
As
That's
a
a
lo-
long-
I knew there was a thing.
As
that's
a
that's a
window.
story for another time.
Oh God.
It's for another
We
time
need
because
to
we're
have that
already running
meeting.
long.
Yeah, we're
but
already-
remind
yeah.
me at the cult meeting, and we'll talk about how I'm back in. But
Congratulations.
thank you. But you know, in this running club, there are campouts and there are gatherings and whatever. And there's this one member who is quite beautiful, and he is known for, like, at the campouts, he'll set up his tent and then he'll set up lines of candles, and
Oh,
he'll
wow.
have, that's his
Get
thing,
it
is
done.
he'll have different ladies come over and have relationship. He has relations with lots of different women in this group.
Go him.
And he literally has a scroll that once he has a relation with you, he will write your name in his scroll. The nice thing about this, and now I am, number one, I am not ever, will never be not in a scroll because I'm a married woman. But the
You
nice
may
thing,
have been in a scroll before you were a married
I've been,
woman. You
listen,
don't know your life.
I've been invited.
Will you join my scroll?
I'm already on Jamie's scroll. I can't do your
Right.
scroll too.
But anyway, long story short, I have heard stories that after said relations, he will write thank you notes to these ladies, like really nice and polite thank you notes. So,
Y'all, I'm gonna start doing that to my wife.
so
I'm gonna leave it on her pillow with a mint.
and I'm like, now that being said, the women he has relationships know his reputation. They know what's
They know what they're getting
they know the
into.
what.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how nice to send a thank you letter, thank you note.
Like-
I mean, that's really nice.
Does he need their address?
Huh?
Like, what if he doesn't have their address? Does he just?
I don't. I feel.
I need
I
logistics.
feel like he brings stationery with him.
I mean, I was gonna say, I feel like
Man,
I feel
basic.
I feel like
he
giving
brings stationery with him.
I feel like giving the letter in person.
Dearest lady,
I feel like giving the letter in person
Yeah,
is
I
a little
feel
bit.
Our
better.
evening
I really enjoy
Well, no,
between
during the weekend, he
10:30
probably-
and 10:45 was
Betwixt.
amazing.
You have to use the word betwixt.
I don't-
Tweets.
these are just rumors. I mean, like
Just a
like
rumor.
I said, I am not on the list, so I have.
She heard it through the
I
grapevine.
will say
Welcome
the
To the new
closest
to the
segment.
grapevine.
the closest I've ever gotten to him is we did oil wrestling in a kiddie pool once. He and I.
Oil is not cheap, Stephanie. Like, I need you to be a little bit more fiscally responsible.
I mean, I didn't
Did you
buy
win?
it. Oh God, no! He's like 6'4" and
Oh, it's
in the
not about
Navy.
size, it's how you
But
use
it doesn't matter. Yes, in my mind, I won. I felt
That's all that matters.
that's what I'm saying. He's like 6'4" and in the Navy, so no, of course not. But yes, I did.
I feel like you would get oil like literally everywhere, like in your ear, up your nose. Like,
Okay, number one, drinking was involved, so you don't think about those things.
well, no. Oil
Okay, I don't know
doesn't
why you had to
leave.
say that because of course drinking was involved.
Oil doesn't leave. So I'm talking about like days later when you like go to sneeze and then it's just like slick.
I mean,
It's like sex on the beach and you just keep finding sand.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just saying, I had an opportunity to oil wrestle in a kiddie pool. I don't care about where the oil ends up.
At least it wasn't Jello. Imagine finding Jello
Yeah.
days later in places.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Fun times. Fun times.
that's how you get some diseases.
What else is
All
on
the actors on the set.
I was about to lead you into it.
All the actors on the set in the gunfight scenes were instructed in the art of the quick draw by a stunt coordinator. Due to his limited screen time, Gene Hackman had the most opportunity to prepare for his quick draw, and as a result was the fastest actor on set.
Which, I mean, works for the character.
I would like to point out, just for those listening, that if you are ever involved in something on set with a vehicle, a gun, please do not point it at a person, either on set or offset.
Yeah, 'cause-
simply because that can come back to haunt you.
I mean, which is
That's
relevant to
Gun ownership.
Oh, it's
101.
very relevant.
It's
right
very
now.
relevant right now because of the trial.
Regardless if they're in the scene or not, don't point it at them ever, ever, ever.
12 other westerns were filming at the same time this movie was filmed.
Please tell me.
And
Toy Story.
because
There you go.
because of this, they faced a shortage of Old West costumes.
Okay.
Probably
my
why they had to
gosh.
go to the museum to get the jacket. Those include Tombstone,
Oh yeah, great.
Bad
movie.
Girls.
It was like a
Never
theme
seen
of
it.
the year.
The Bad Girls is the
It's got like who does it have that I love in it? Some sexy women in
yeah.
it.
It's like the we're bad ladies in the West.
Right.
Okay.
The Desperate Trail, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler 5. I didn't know he made 5 Gambler movies.
What?
Wow.
Gambler 5 playing for
We're gonna do
keeps.
I've only
spin-off
known of the
of
first
just
one.
the
I just knew by
Gambler
I knew there was a couple, but I didn't realize
How
there
do
were
you-
5. They did a remake of the Cisco Kid, Frank and Jesse, and of course Wyatt Earp. So
Well, and Desperado
Wyatt
also
Earp.
was 95.
Isn't it crazy?
But they filmed that in
Tu-
Mexico.
That Tombstone and Wyatt Earp were made at the same time. And God bless Kevin Costner. He really tried, but Tombstone is better.
the reason why they're
Tombstone
filmed at
was
the
good.
same time is because they were going just to make Tombstone. Lawrence Kasdan wrote basically what was going to be Tombstone. There was a falling out with the studio, and he went, "Fine, I'm going to make my own Wyatt Earp movie." And went out, and the studio was like,
Right.
"We're still going to make Tombstone." And so that's how that happened.
Fun fact about Kevin Costner. I've never really cared for him. I thought that he has been like dry. And I like some of his movies until I started watching Yellowstone, and I have found a new appreciation for Kevin Costner. Holy shit, he's amazing in Yellowstone. And now I go back and watch the movies that I thought I didn't like him in, and I'm like, he was actually a pretty good actor. He just picked a couple of really shitty movies
Yep.
in his career. So, there you go. I was wrong. I'll
Shout
admit
out
it.
to Yellowstone for
Kevin
bringing people
Costner,
together.
I will admit that I was wrong about you. You are a fine actor.
You need to see Tony Sheridan's other films. I think you'll enjoy them. He's the guy who did he created Yellowstone,
Yeah.
but he did Sicario. I think you'd love Sicario.
Oh yeah.
You've told me about
you
that
would
one.
love
I haven't seen
Sicario.
it yet.
You would love Sicario.
Isn't it a gangster film?
No,
it's
a
not?
cartel film.
Yeah, well,
And it's got.
Yeah,
But it's
cartel
it-
gangster.
this one I meant.
But it's mainly it's just Josh Brolin being a badass in that
Yeah,
movie.
and you got Benicio del Toro.
Toro.
Do you
it's-
know what my
I
favorite
love that movie,
cartel
yeah.
film is?
What?
Blow.
Yeah, Blow's good.
Blow
Oh,
is
yeah.
Blow's good.
fantastic. Johnny Depp. Oh, it's so good.
I like Johnny.
That's
Depp.
Selma Hayek, right?
Yeah, Santa
Good.
High. Yeah.
Oh God, I love her. She's so hot.
There's a scene with Johnny Depp, Paul Rubens, and Bobcat Goldthwait in it, and all of them were
In Sicario?
no in
Blow. Yeah,
so
yeah.
they were all convicted of weird crimes.
Yeah.
And so Johnny Depp was for messing up the hotel room at the time. Bobcat
Really though.
and Bobcat Goldthwait set fire to the Tonight Show,
And we all know about Paul Rubens
and Paul Rubens was
we don't.
wanking in the
wanking
theater.
in the theater. We talked about this.
Well, yeah, it was an adult theater.
Y'all
He was
need to get me-
choking
Pee-wee
the
Herman.
chicken, spanking
Pee-wee-
the monkey,
Pee Wee Herman playing with himself in the.
It
It was
Choke-
an adult theater.
choking
though.
the chicken, spanking the
Oh.
monkey, whatever.
I don't know people's names. I need a little context.
Oh,
He was
Thank
having
you.
some personal
I remember
times
that.
in a
He's
public
Dan-
venue.
He's Danny DeVito's father in Batman Returns.
it's
What
basic.
do y'all think's gonna happen in an adult theater?
But it's
like,
I know,
it's
right?
funny.
I mean,
like
but
everybody's moving a little bit because they can't help themselves.
you're supposed to not be so obvious.
I'm just
It's,
hoping all
it's
those things are
basically
leather
three
so they
three
can clean
Hollywood
them really
celebrities who
well.
did a lot of community service.
All I'm saying is put your wear a jacket, put your
And
jacket in
from
your
this
lap,
community
put your
service,
jacket in your
we
lap.
got the Hoo Ha Patrol.
Don't have your meat
The
and
Hoo-Ha-
veggies
hold on.
out.
The Hoo-Ha Patrol is what you find on Nick Jr.
Yeah, no. Honestly,
I don't know why I
and
can't
honestly,
say
a better
it.
name.
I cannot say it.
Justina, say
Hold on.
pussy.
No.
I got a better name for it.
Say
The-
pussy.
Like
Say
pussy
pussy
cat.
Can
Pussy
you just say
cat.
how about
I don't like the C word.
I got a
either.
better name for it. The Hoo Ha
oh,
Hustlers.
you mean creative, unique, and naturally talented?
No, the other C word.
Creative, unique, and
No, I mean
naturally
I don't
talented.
say that one either. But like the other, like the male genitalia.
Oh,
So like the female,
rooster.
the male. I will
What?
say
The male
rooster.
C word?
the rooster.
Oh, cock.
Yeah, I don't know. They just seem really derogatory to me. Like I will say it if I am talking about something else, but if I'm referring to somebody's genitalia, I cannot say the C or the P word. I just can't. Like I can't do it.
What about Josie and the Pussycats?
No, I will say that because it's not like
Say Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, there you go.
There we
But
go.
I can't say
That's
like
close
I can't
enough.
say
It's
Josie,
the
Leo and the
P
Pussy Patrol,
It's
Leo and the Pussy Patrol.
Like,
which is also
Same
on
thing.
Nick Jr. for some reason.
no.
no, Justina.
No.
How about the Hoo Ha Hustlers?
Hustlers, yeah. I'm sorry, is there a P Hustler somewhere?
Oh my God! Hustlers! Are you fucking kidding me?
Coming soon to Noggin, the Hoo-Ha
I can't
Hustlers.
do it. I've never been able to.
Oh my God!
Like,
This is
it just makes me cringe.
This is
so
I don't know why
hard.
I'm trying to turn over
This-
the kid shows.
I know what our clip is now.
Yep.
I know what our clip is now.
Oh.
This whole conversation is
Yeah.
our clip.
Oh.
Like nails on a chalkboard. Like I just can't. Like I can't do it.
All right, moving on.
This is fantastic.
Sam Raimi's original ending for the script didn't work, so he went to Sony Pictures to ask for a writer to fix it. That writer was Josh Whedon. He came in and fixed the ending.
Josh Wheaton.
He fixed it in afternoon. He was like, "Oh, just blow up the town."
Yeah.
Cool. And so that's how that happened.
Very
Josh
Whedon.
Wheaton.
Lance Henriksen, who played Ace Hanlon,
It's a mouthful.
he worked on the horse trick he did for a month,
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the horse trick.
where
When he
he
did the flip on.
he flips on the horse.
I remember
shoots,
that now.
shoots
Yeah, yeah.
Right, but he didn't tell anybody about it, and so
That was
when,
unscripted?
so when he showed up on screen, he went, Sam, look what I can do," and did it, and Sam was like, "It's in the movie."
I can see Stuart now. Look what I can do.
Right.
Honestly, though, I could see Lance Henriksen doing that.
I can't too.
I mean, I give him props for that. That's awesome.
Like, that's pretty
I
fantastic
remember that
as
now.
an actor to be like. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I still
practice
have
this
tears
so
from
much.
our former conversation. Sorry.
Jonathan Gill, who played Spotted Horse.
Johnny Gill, isn't he in From Boys
No
to Men?
bullet can take me down. That's the one, right?
No, but he is a soul singer.
I'm just kidding.
Jonathan Gill is a Lakota Native American. After an older extra passed away on set, not passed out, passed away on set, Gill held a traditional Lakota ceremony to honor him.
Aww.
nice.
It is nice. Let's see. As the lady's riding in town, the Undertaker says 5'8". Am I right? I'm never wrong. In reality, Sharon Stone is actually 5'8".
Did they tell him that ahead of time?
Probably.
How tall are you, Justina? You about my height?
Okay, that is adorable, and I love you for it forever. I am 5'3" on my driver's license, but I'm 5'2".
Are you really? I'm 5'4".
Did you sneak in an extra inch? It's
No,
like,
I thought I was 5'3", and
I
then I
thought you
realized
were-
I was always been 5'2".
I couldn't tell. I'm 5'4". But I thought you, which is not very tall, either one of us.
I thought you were 5'8", and you were insinuating I was also 5'8", and I was like,
No, I'm not.
No.
Do I look that much taller than you that you thought I was
Stephanie,
5'8"?
I don't. At this moment right now, I can't remember what it. I'm so used to people being taller than me that I don't remember if you were at my height.
Do you
or
know
not.
what's sad? My father was 6 foot. My mom is, well, she's older now, so she shrunk, but she was 5'8". Both of my boys are 6'5". All my cousins are taller than me. I have the weird recessive short gene in my family, being 5'4", but everybody else, they're all tall.
Okay,
people.
so
Caleb, how tall are you?
5'5", I believe, last time I checked.
last time he checked, Scotty, he's still growing because he's a baby.
He is a
We
baby.
do not disclose his age. It's of growing age.
Fun fact, though, when I wear my super high heels, I'm taller than Jamie.
I was gonna say now,
Yeah, how tall
if
is
you
Jamie?
and Jamie had a baby,
He's 5'7".
do you think that baby would surprisingly shoot up, or do you think you would have a small child? How tall are his daughters?
They're both 5'4", I think. They're my height.
Okay.
But his ex-wife is German and also tall. She's 5'8",
He has a thing
I
for
think.
Germans,
I think
is what
she's
you're saying
5'8".
right now?
Jamie has a thing for Germans, so yes.
And Renee
I want
Zellweger?
to say. And Renee Zellweger, who has a German last name.
So
So
Yeah,
yes.
So,
So he
tracks.
has a
he gets the
thing for
best of
Germans.
both worlds with you.
He has a thing. Actually, Jamie does have a type, and it is Germans. It's a thing.
I don't
which
know if
is
you just
kinda weird.
discovered that or not, but I'm happy to help you
No,
get there.
it's true. We've had this discussion. So I would think that my recessive genes would have maybe kicked in and maybe had taller kids, because my kids are way taller than their dad, who is tall. But,
They're taller than him.
oh, yeah.
Mackenzie's has this like she's holding out. She's like, I'm gonna be taller than you, and I was like, honey, me and your dad are not tall.
So Brent is 6'2", but he's German.
Yeah,
You know.
that's their dad.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he's German. So he's 6'2".
she's a thing for Germans too.
I mean,
Have you met Stephanie?
Yeah.
He was a Viking from far, and she
I
was
do
like,
which is ironic because Jamie did not. So Jamie, on paper, did not fit my physical go-to.
Match.com would not have worked for her.
No, but from the first time I met Jamie, we clicked, and it was just awesome. So, you can't always go by physical attributes, people. And also, my husband is very, very, very beautiful.
He's
I'm
a
just
beautiful
saying,
man.
he's a hot man.
I was
He's
gonna
just
say,
not
I'll
what
keep it at beautiful.
on paper I like tall and this, and he's like not tall,
He's also bald,
but he is this.
so not Viking.
Actually, there's been bald Vikings. They lose their hair too. Did you not see Vikings? Floki is bald.
Okay, first of all, I didn't.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Welcome to the great.
The bald Vikings would actually tattoo their skulls
All right,
in
Jamie.
runes and stuff.
All right, Jamie.
I'm just saying. I know. I think he should, but I don't think his work would allow him to do that.
Next holiday, as in
I will
Halloween,
totally paint fake
He
rune
needs to be
tattoos all over him.
a miniature Viking.
I think he
Like the
could
kind
be
you put on your
a
shelf.
mini Viking. I know. A mini Viking.
Actually,
That'd be awesome.
I think I have one on the shelf over there. Actually,
A mini Viking?
yeah, I'll show it to you.
I want to see.
You're
it.
welcome, Jamie.
That'd
Should
be
have been
awesome.
here.
All right, let's continue this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's been a while.
Horace, the bartender, points that the chest is full of money, announcing that the prize for the contest is around $123,000. The U.S. dollar had
1881.
That's
Yeah,
a lot
of money.
fucking
Holy
money.
shit.
Fix to tell you how much the as of the U.S. dollar rate has an average inflation rate of 2.3% per year between 1880 and 2016. That would have been 3,220,000.
That's a lot of money.
It'd be over 3 million in 2021. That's when the last it was checked.
So, guys,
They had $3 million in a chest.
I don't mean to be ugly, but I would strongly think about shooting all of you for $3 million.
Oh, I think it's
I mean,
adorable that you
that's-
think I would have entered.
You're not shooting me.
I'm the one with the binocular watching through the window.
Justina says, you know what? I'm going to be safe and still be your friend when you win that $3
I'm
million.
gonna wait till everybody's watching the duel and take the chest and then leave.
That's right.
Sharon Stone's leather pants were so tight.
How tight were
How
they?
tight were they? God, I was drinking. God damn it. Like, are we talking like Grease where they had to sew her into them?
No,
Did her hoo-ha stain them?
probably. She was unable to sit down in a chair.
Jesus.
Who's ever worn pants like that? Not me.
Not me.
I've worn a dress
They,
like that.
They make me uncomfortable to sit down, but I've not like.
I've worn a dress like
Couldn't.
that.
Also, she fired her stand-in because she was getting more attention than she was from the crew than she was.
Wait, say that one more time.
Her stand-in was hot. In other words,
Yeah. Also,
So she
she
fired her because she was too attractive.
too hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
the crew was giving. She was getting more attention than she was at the crew by the crew.
That's just vanity. Let her get attention. I don't care.
So the taglines of this movie were the one we announced. I know you guys don't remember when we talked about this. For the first one,
You don't know my life, Scotty.
You're awesome. Yeah, you're right.
the tagline, the one I gave in when we did the episode back in August,
Uh-huh.
was
Back in August? No, I don't remember.
was in this town you're either one or the other, and y'all couldn't figure out what it was.
The Quick and the Dead.
The Quick and the Dead. And the other taglines are think you're quick enough. And then the last one is you can't ignore her, you can't beat her, you can't resist her, you can't win.
And all that makes sense now that I've watched the film.
Right. I like my favorite one of those in this town you're either one or the other.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
All right,
That's-
bar trivia time. Here's a game for you two.
All right, I'm ready.
I didn't prepare for
The
games?
three of you. Well, that's all right.
Okay. Do I need to stretch?
Sure, if you'd like.
Stretch my shoulders.
Got you. Ready?
Uh-huh.
What is the body count of this movie?
Hold on.
I'm going to give a guess number. I want to go ahead and throw mine down before anybody else says anything.
Sure.
It's either 9 or 15.
Who you pick one.
13.
13.
Going for the
Hold
middle.
on.
Kayla's like trying to find them all.
Does this count the explosions? Were people in the buildings? Shit.
Yeah, I mean that's body count. Yeah.
No, on-screen body counts. There's nobody died in the explosions. I think all the-
Okay.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
at-
people probably died, Scotty. They didn't have like any sort of
Let's see.
technology
Would you
to
look it
warn
up?
them.
I'm just looking at the
I
cast
know.
list.
Oh.
Well, I know that character
That's
died.
cheating. She's cheating.
Yeah,
Scotty.
Is
That's
it
cheating.
Yeah, I would
That's
call that
cheating.
Okay.
Oh.
So
That-
we
I would
start
call
with
it-
Yeah, don't tell me. I knew.
13. How many you got?
Well, hold on, because we started with 16 opponents in the draw in the whole duel contest. But
No,
then
I'm
they,
gonna stick with 13.
but then they count. Then half of them are gone, but not all of them are killed in that first round.
I got 14 contestants, not 16.
Producer Caleb, I need you to do better.
No.
Didn't-
It's 14 because.
Oh, wait, it's 14 named because it's
Yeah, because
there's
it's
two unnamed.
16. Yeah, it's 16.
16, but there's 14 named.
Yeah, because
That-
the duel
Oh.
starts.
That's gonna come up in next question.
Yeah, because they start at 7 o'clock and it goes all the way. No, they start at noon and it goes all the way to 7 p.m. And so it has to be like 8 different.
I'm gonna
duels.
say 16.
16, 13.
I'm not saying all 16 died.
They didn't, but there
They
were some other
didn't.
people in
Yeah.
the film.
I'd say 13.
18.
You
You're
can't
closest.
say
I was
13.
closest. I was
I
trying to
said
count
13.
I was
the,
trying to- I was
other
trying to
people.
count
And the flashback and everything.
Yeah. flashbacks.
Flashback.
There
I
are
was counting
four-
flashbacks.
All right, guys. There are
I didn't count flashbacks.
there are 14
Counted
named
nothing.
contestants.
Yep.
How many can you name?
Oh shit, none of them.
The lady.
Hold
The
on.
lady.
Scarface, Crazy
Court.
Horse.
No, it's Scars. Rat.
All right, so
No bullet can kill me.
Hold on.
I got
Kid.
Court and
I
the
got
lady
kid.
And the kid. And the
Kid. And
douchebag. That's the main guy.
We got
I'll
we
let
got-
them
Not
go.
his name.
I'll let them go first.
What is the black guy? What is his name?
his name is Keith David.
I mean that's true, but that doesn't count.
Colonel something.
He's a sheriff.
He's the colonel.
He's a sheriff.
No. Okay, so
Marshall. Marshall's the name. Marshall.
no. We got
Oh, this is
The
my new favorite
Colonel.
segment.
we got the Colonel,
There's the
And we
Gene
got
guy
Kid.
from like Charlie and the Chocolate
Colonel
Factory.
Kid, Scarface,
The prisoner.
Okay,
hold on, Crazy Horse.
There's the
hold on,
prisoner.
ready?
Hey, wait.
I'm just
There's
saying.
the
Hold on.
shady guy that does the stuff to the
Ho-
girl.
Hold on. Out of everyone you've named, you've got one right.
Yeah.
Kid.
That's it.
The
yeah.
kid.
I
Yeah,
said
that's
the
it.
lady. Nobody has said the
Oh,
lady.
I was talking about her
Okay,
specifically.
I got the lady and I got Court.
She didn't
with
get
a
killed.
K.
No, I didn't say you
Oh,
died.
contestants?
No,
Oh, lady.
I'm just saying contestants. Named contestants.
Oh, Court.
Yeah, Court
All
and the
right,
lady
all right.
and the kid.
Yeah, so that's 3.
Court, lady,
And
kid.
then there's the Marshall. I feel like should
I
count.
thought he was a colonel.
He's not a colonel.
He's Sergeant.
General, Sergeant,
Sergeant Clay.
Sergeant Clink, and
Ace. Oh, because he only has aces for everybody he's killed.
Yep.
That guy. When he fanned it out, it was like a whole bunch of. There was
wasn't
like
he
three-
something
there was
horse?
like
Oh,
three
the
aces,
horse.
and I was
Was
like,
he the
oh.
horse?
No,
Horse.
horse is in his name.
Horse is a
um,
different guy.
I've said it 3
Bad
times.
horse, mad horse.
No, that's in Bad horse. Bad horse.
dirty horse, big
Scotty,
horse,
I don't know
red
names,
horse,
okay?
blue
I-
horse.
well.
This is, you know what?
Horse underground.
One horse, 2
on the
fish, red
tree,
horse.
All right,
blue horse.
are you ready?
in the
hold on.
house
Hold
on
on.
a fox.
Hold on. They're missing John Herod.
Okay.
You're missing John Heron.
Spotted horse.
You're missing
Spotted horse.
It's like spotted meat.
They are missing. Did they say Scars?
Hey, which is
She
the
said
one?
kept saying Scarface.
Okay,
but
Scars.
Okay,
Which is the
Fettuccine
one that
Alfredo.
messes with the kid and she kills him randomly?
that's
Well, it's not. It's not
No,
entirely.
no, it's not. It's not a set time for.
Yeah,
duel,
no.
though. Who's that one? Because I'm happy
The
to see him
dude.
die. Was he the dude?
I
Which
think
dude?
it was the dude.
Which dude?
The one that messes
The-
with the child and she
Oh.
avenges the
No,
child.
he does have a name.
Yeah.
I know. What is it? Because I don't like him. I'm glad he died.
He was.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Well, we're also missing.
Okay,
I
here's
just-
the
oh, go
list.
ahead, yeah.
Okay.
Carlos Montoya, Simp Dixon.
Prepared to die.
Missing some.
Prepare this exactly.
Missing. We also missed the.
Uh, Vir- hold on, I got the list.
Okay.
Virgil Sparks.
Virgil.
Doc
Virgil's a
Doc
terrible
Kelly is he's the guy
Doc
who.
Holiday.
Uh, did we suddenly become best friends?
We have the same brain today.
It's because
Because
of
of
the
bourbon.
bourbon.
Is that
The
what you're about to
bourbon. That's
say?
the bourbon.
That's
The
what you're
bourbon.
about to
It's
say.
going.
He choked it down.
I chose not to. I went another different path. I was like Doc Kelly. Doc Kelly's the guy who can't find his money.
Okay.
The
Poor
Swede.
guy.
Who's
The Swede. I
he's-
forgot about
yeah,
the Swede.
Swede is one of the first ones out because kid shoots him.
Who's also in
fast.
Gladiator. He fights Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
Yep.
Red Ford, Ace Hanlon, Sergeant Clay Cantrell,
I wonder if Red Ford encouraged
Sergeant
the Ford
Pepper.
company.
Scars.
Scar.
Eugene Dredd is the one who
Yeah.
messes
Judge
with the girl.
Dredd.
What a terrible name.
Judge Dredd.
Spotted Horse, the Kid, Court Herod, and the Lady. Bonus points. What's the lady's real name?
Oh.
Sharon Stone.
That is the actress
all I could
name.
think about was
You asked what her real name was.
It's not
her
her-
real name is
Yeah,
Sharon
you
Stone.
No,
Yeah,
that's the actress's
specify.
real name.
Marshall's daughter.
No. I said, what's the lady's name? Not
The
not
Marshall's
the actress who
daughter.
played her.
It's,
The Marshall's daughter.
it's Ellen.
It is Ellen.
You're Ellen.
You're Ellen.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Screw, Mary, kill. That's you.
That's me. Okay, we have Lady,
It's gonna be the
Kid, and Court.
Oh.
I don't remember who Court is. Everybody keeps saying
Russell
Court.
Crowe.
Oh, I didn't know that was his name.
Court.
Guys, I'm terrible at names.
Lady, Kid, and Court. I got it.
Shit.
I know.
Can I go first?
Yes,
I
please
just want to
do.
go ahead and go first.
Yeah.
Well, I want to kill the kid because he annoys me.
Right.
Like, I want Tom Cruise to beat him. Annoys me.
yes.
I mean, I'm a believer.
So
Yeah.
the kid's gone,
Right.
and I would not have held his hand either as he died.
Oh.
Like, bye.
Okay.
Whew. I think
Ha.
I would marry Russell Crowe because I think he would take care of me. Like he was well enough to like establish how bad he had done at something and then try to like make amends. I would like that kind of level of person in my life regularly. Take care of me, okay? Because I'm not going to. And I guess I'll screw hoo-ha. Like,
All right. Next.
well, we're doing it on Dynamite, just so we're clear.
All right.
Because I just want to say I
You
did
want it
that.
to be explosive.
Yeah. Because okay.
All right.
I'm gonna let
I'm
that
kind
go.
of with you. I'm killing the kid because I'm not going to jail for statutory.
No.
You don't want to like screw him or marry him.
I think
Like,
he was
what are you
over
gonna give
18.
him?
He was 20. He was 21 when they made the film.
Sure,
but-
he
Sure
looks
he
like
was.
he's 12.
What was he in the movie though?
Oh.
Old enough to have lots of sex with women and
Yeah.
drink
So
at the bar.
13.
The deleted scene where he gets married. He marries the
The curly-haired
yeah,
redhead.
yeah, he
Okay.
marries her.
She left him.
Isn't Bruce Campbell in that deleted
Yeah,
scene?
Bruce Campbell. It's a scene that they filmed and with an intention of never using. I'm like, why film it? But
That's a lot of
I will screw the lady because I don't think she'd stick around anyway. She's
well, I
like,
went
Right,
first,
she
so I got
was.
to screw her
and
first,
then
just so we're clear.
Court and I, man. I'm just gonna.
All right.
I'm
How about
gonna be a
you?
preacher's
I
wife.
mean, I'm honestly the same, except I would make sure that the kid knew I was proud of him as he died. But
I'm your father. Bam.
Ironically,
Would you also go?
ironically, I'm the same, and I blame the film for making us all do this. But yes, Leo is annoying.
I don't think he was annoying for me.
Well, let's
but
put it
I
this
didn't
way.
think he was annoying. but-
I
He was a kid. He
when
was
I
literally
when
a
I
kid.
came up with these three, I tried to look back at other movies because I'm like, Leo's such a great actor. There's
I like
got to be a
Dapper
movie where
Leo,
I found
though.
him
I mean,
attractive,
I like
and there's
Dapper
not
Leo.
one
You
movie where I found him
You should
attractive.
have put Gene on there because I would have married Gene and then killed Court because
I didn't put Gene because here's
Gene
the
on
thing.
there?
I
would've
almost
killed
put
him
Gene.
too.
I
Just like a son.
So here's the thing. I almost put Gene on there, but I wanted to put Sharon Stone because I've actually seen her hoo-ha.
Yeah.
I have
And
not.
so
It's gonna be a mystery to me, unlike everybody else.
But anyway, so I'm gonna pick Sharon Stone because to screw because I've already seen her hoo-ha, so I
Yeah.
might as well have sex with her.
It's on YouTube.
It is.
like, what am I gonna search?
Leo
Sharon Stone's
Leo
hoo-ha?
annoys
No,
me,
you-
so he's
Basic
dying.
instinct.
Basic
Sharon
instinct.
Stone.
Just
And
type
Russell
in basic
Crowe.
instinct.
Russell Crowe, because for several movies that he's been in, I would marry that character. So yeah.
But I
Someone
don't.
to take care of me.
I'm saying
It
though
seems
for
like he
this
would
one
take
I
care
would
of
have
I mean, he would
replaced the
totally
kid
take
with.
care
I
of
would have
me in
replaced
this
the-
one, but I feel like in
Yeah.
other movies as well.
I would have
so
replaced.
I have to extend that.
I would have replaced the kid with Gene only because like I would have killed Court in this film just because he's a religious man. I'm not going to be able to marry that.
See.
Oh,
look,
I could take that. I could totally fix that.
See, look.
Give me a month.
Look, if Herod's in this movie, I'm marrying him.
That's what I'm saying. I married John Herod.
I'm marrying John Herod. At least I know. I understand.
Yeah, I would kill Court, still screw Lady,
Nah, get rid of-
marry John Herod.
But that's not who I picked.
I
So you
know.
guys have to stick.
So
to
we have
who
to
I
kill a
picked.
kid.
So there you go.
We have to murder a child.
All right. So this movie budgeted was $32 million.
All right.
It
Wow.
it grossed 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I believe
sounds
that.
right.
In 95, isn't that a lot?
Yeah.
Most of that is
For a
for that
Western?
museum.
museum
Maybe
piece.
museum.
Yeah.
It
cake.
has to be because they didn't even pay for
Also,
Leo.
also
I
pro-
know.
yeah,
They paid
also
for
probably
Leo, and it's
also
the
And
Western.
Russell Crowe came
The Western,
cheap.
you just need
So what did they
sand.
pay for
they
it?
you
paid
just
for
like
those
that.
extra scenes that they didn't want to use.
But like literally in a Western, you can just pay for like houses to be like in a
No,
Western.
no, you don't
with,
even
like,
have to pay
there's
for
no
that.
house.
Do you know how many
It's all their bourbon.
preset Western pieces
that point?
are in like outside of LA?
Yeah, including this one, which burned down in like after this movie.
But
by
what
the
I'm
way.
because they
saying
set it on
is,
fire.
you
Well-
don't even have to build a set. This is a preset Western piece.
I would like to get
where
in
did
touch
that
with
money
their
go?
producer and figure out where all their budgeting went.
I want to
Sharon
know
Stone, because
what
she has
special
prime
effects.
hoo-ha.
it is a loaded cast. It's a pretty
It
loaded
is.
cast.
He's not wrong. It is.
I mean,
But
it's a
they
pretty
got,
loaded
they got
cast.
I'm
Russell
just saying.
Crowe.
In '95.
Yeah, and those guys all probably. I mean, it's a loaded. All the fighters were. Most of the fighters were established actors anyway. They
Yeah,
get
like
it.
Lance
Like-
Henriksen was
Lex Henderson and
I don't know who that is.
Ace Hanlon.
he was
Okay.
he was
He's
he
the one
was
with the cards.
yeah
Right.
he was Bishop.
What did he do in other movies
Oh, he's been in lots of stuff.
He was-
that I know?
He was
He's
Bishop.
Bishop in Aliens,
Okay.
the android.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, that's right. I didn't recognize
yeah,
him.
but he's
Okay,
in. Yeah, he's
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Now you know him. He's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
mean,
you,
And
thank you.
nowadays he's in more video games than
No,
anything.
I got
though,
the
'cause,
visual.
like,
That's all I
Video
needed.
games are like a thing
Like nowadays,
now.
he like his big thing for video games is he's in Mass Effect,
The-
and he's amazing.
Okay. Have you met me, Caleb?
Well, I was talking for general.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have an audience.
We have
Okay. I'm just
They
saying.
know Mass Effect. If they're listening to us, they know Mass Effect.
All right.
Okay.
Opening weekend was February 10th through the 12th,
Oh,
1995.
what a romantic time to
Okay.
open.
I was still in high school.
1995.
95 February.
yeah.
I was very pregnant and still living in Japan, getting ready to PCS
So
to
you
the
should
United
know
States.
at that point what Tamagotchi stands for. That's what you're saying.
I don't speak Japanese. We've already discovered this.
I was 5.5,
All right. So there are 5 movies that are in the top 5 because that's how those work.
and I was 5.
The Quick and the Dead is among them, by the way.
I'm gonna say it was 4
4
out of the top 5.
for the
I'm gonna
weekend.
say
4.
5.
5, 4,
I'm saying 4
3.
because Sharon. Whatever.
Guys, it actually did number 2. It had a
Number
decent weekend.
2?
Well, all right.
It's you, Caleb. It's you of 95.
So
Toy
do you-
Story was 1.
No.
Toy Story is 3.
Toy Story.
Wasn't
was
out
this
yet.
the weekend or the year?
This is the weekend.
Shit. I'm
The
out.
Toy Story is like in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was.
All right, so let's play the what movies were the top 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's play this.
Would you like to go from 5 to 1?
Bottom
Oh, yeah,
to top.
All right. Number 5 is a comedy. It is what I would like to call a burp and fart comedy.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
That's it.
I'm really proud.
How
and
the
upset that I know
hell did you get that?
Listen,
It's like
I
There's a good description for that, though,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
didn't even like have time
Literally-
to think about it.
I love my mother.
Dumb and Dumber
okay?
is the most burp and fart comedy.
I
there
love
is.
my mother so much. I inherited from my mother when she passed away all of her movies.
That was one of her favorites.
Ace Ventura.
Oh, she liked
Dumb
him.
and
God, she
Dumber.
loved
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Like I'm talking like these kind of
Got
movies
some Liar, Liar?
where it's like I have Liar Liar. Like I have seen these dumb movies more than I wish to announce to anybody in the world because of the fact that I was around it.
When we were leaving, so we had already got our papers by February of that year to
Papers?
go back to the States.
Okay.
Because we were military, and we were PCSing to Colorado.
What does PCSing mean?
Mean we're going. That's our next duty station.
That's where you got assigned. Gotcha.
So we got assigned to Colorado, and the only thing I knew about Colorado was from Dumb and Dumber
I don't know
and-
anything from Colorado.
and Mork
I
and
just
Mindy.
know- I just know their suits.
Literally,
and a
those were the
briefcase
two things I
and
knew about
poo
Colorado.
issues. Oh well, I mean, I come from a different generation, so Colorado to me means marijuana.
It didn't back then.
No.
It does to me.
Well, it
That's what I'm
did.
saying,
I
like,
mean,
I
no,
come from a
no.
different
Let me
generation.
go
like,
back. Let me backpedal.
I hear Colorado. I'm like, they just smoke weed
100%
there.
meant weed,
They smoke
but
weed
not
there.
legal. but totally
Now it's
weed
legal.
But then it became
everywhere.
the first place where it was like
Yeah.
legal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
the first place.
It was
that's
like,
real, but-
It was.
yeah. So the only thing I knew about Colorado was from Dumb and Dumber and
fantastic.
Mork and Mindy.
I didn't realize where Dumb and Dumber took place.
Nanu.
Nanu. Okay.
I saw Dumb and Dumber in the theaters with your ex-husband.
Did you really?
Sure did.
I can't picture Josh watching that.
Josh and me.
Did he
and
suggest it?
No,
Okay.
it's Marcus suggested it.
Marcus.
That makes sense. His
Marcus
dad
Marcus
suggested
took us to so many.
it. He likes
I
dumb things.
have seen a ton of movies with Josh and Marcus. That's just how that
Nice.
works.
That was their relationship as like father and son.
That's
movies and concerts.
yeah.
and that was
That's
their
that's
thing.
and my relationship with them is
And that's his relationship with the grandkids.
Right.
Is he takes them to movies.
right.
Awesome.
That's Marcus loves the movies.
All
He
right.
does.
Number 4.
Number 4 is it's a girl movie with Drew Barrymore,
Is there crimping?
No, wait. Drew Barrymore.
Whoopi Goldberg, and
Sister Act.
I think
I don't know if she's in that, but I know Whoopi Goldberg was in Sister Act.
maybe Mary Louise Parker. I think it's
I
Mary
don't know
Louise
who that
Parker.
is. I hear Parker. and I think
Really?
it's
I've never
Spider-Man.
seen this, so I can't really comment a lot on it.
I don't
Caleb,
remember Drew
what you got?
Barrymore and Whoopi
I
in a
got
movie.
You were alive then.
Please
I
tell
expect
me.
you to do better.
Don't look it up. I see. Put your hands in the air.
What you got? Just throw down
I
your
got
crib.
nothing. I got nothing.
Hands up,
I got nothing.
Okay.
boys on the side.
Oh, I never
Boys
saw
on
that.
the side.
I
I've
saw
never
that.
seen it
just
either.
wanna see
I never
what it
heard
looks
of
like.
that.
What is Whoopi doing over here?
Number 4.
You mean number 3?
Excuse me.
Three.
Number 3
Thank you, Caleb.
is a Brad Pitt movie.
I love Brad Pitt.
It's probably
Thelma and Louise.
one of his more famous early '90s films.
Was
Is
it not
the,
Thelma?
is it
Hold
the
on,
Hollywood
let
one
me.
that I just brought up?
No, but that's a
Oh.
later film. That features his long hair. That's not Interview with the
that
Vampire.
is the not
Is he the main
it's the
character?
one. It's the one that everybody talks
Right,
about.
it was like
It's not a Rivers Run Through.
That's
It's
the other one.
It's,
While she's
it's-
struggling, what was the movie beforehand
what do you mean?
hold on.
with Whoopi?
Boys on the Side.
I can tell you the whole synopsis,
Do it.
but I cannot
Take us
remember
through the
name.
whole synopsis. Please.
He's like on a ranch and he's got brothers and his brother runs for office and he
I
goes
don't
off to war and he comes back and he's all like got some PTSD and he marries this Native American, Mexican, Native American.
I think
don't
she's
know.
Mexican.
And anyway, and then there's some stuff that happens and there's some bootlegging and what is the name of that damn movie? I
Legends
don't-
of the Fall.
Thank you. I had it though.
Well
You did.
done.
I was like,
You did the
whole thing.
synopsis.
Y'all, Boys on the Side also has Matthew McCartney in it. No, McConaughey. I'm sorry.
McConaughey,
All right,
Matthew
all right, all
McCartney.
right.
I'm like-
Yeah, who's McCartney?
I'm sorry. I saw it.
She
and then,
can't
like,
read, is what she's
I
saying.
But all I could think about. All right. all
Okay,
right, all
okay,
right.
okay.
Oh,
All right. That's it. All right.
But no,
All right.
Matthew McCartney is okay.
Can we get that on a T-shirt?
Okay.
When you
I'm
order
Matthew
off
McCartney.
Wish, to wrap this back up, when you order off
about to
Wish,
wet
you
myself.
get Flurbies, and you get Matthew McCartney. Credits. Thank you for coming to our podcast. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
All right.
Best podcast ever.
It's good to be back. All right.
Okay, we
No,
know what 2 is.
The number 1 movie is a
It's not Toy Story. That was in November.
you ready? It's an Adam Sandler joint.
Oh, was it Father the Dad one?
No.
Okay.
Was it the one where he golfs?
Nope.
Mr.
Gilmore.
Deeds?
Nope.
Was it the one where he's in school?
Yes.
Okay, that is something is a name.
I've seen it.
Dobie McGillis.
No, that's...
No, but it's something where he has to go back to school to
Yeah.
prove he's
No,
worth
that one
the
starts
family, whatever.
Matthew McCartney.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
No, that's the golf one. That's the golf one. So
Shit! Hold on. It's
I thought I had it.
It's,
no, it's
I said that already.
I know. Doogie Howser.
Billy. It's
Billy something. Oh God, it is Billy. God, what's his last name? Billy.
It is Billy though.
It is.
It is
It's
Billy.
a Billy name. Billy something.
Adam Sandler's production company is the combo of 2 names. Those first 2 movies.
I know.
Happy.
oh,
All I know
Madison.
is Gilmore.
Madison.
Billy Madison.
Madison.
Billy Madison. That's it.
Oh, that was so fun.
I got Billy, Scotty.
You
I have
did.
seen that movie. I have watched that movie. Boy fell for teacher. Boy fell for teacher.
I just want to
He
say
had a
that
pool.
even though I didn't get the names, I knew the movies.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every freaking time. Sometimes. I never know the name.
It works.
All right.
It works
I've never
100%
laughed
of 60% of the time, 100%
All
of
the
the
time.
We are now in the year of 1995.
Yes, we are.
At the end of this year,
I-
My son
I
was
will-
born that
Story
year.
will be around.
I will say that
Did Toy Story not make top 5?
the
No, it did.
Quick and the Dead does not make the top 5.
Okay.
You think?
No.
But it did make the top 100, and we'll find
Oh.
out afterwards. But I will say we have played this game 3 other times.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on,
I hate
Toy
when you
Story.
bring that up.
All
Toy
right.
Story's number 1.
No, it's not. Every
It's
year you
not.
say it's number 1. Every time I say no.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go 5-1 again.
5-1.
Okay, I got this. We'll do it.
I believe this movie may be in your mother's video collection.
Ace
Liar,
Ventura,
liar.
Pet
Ace
Detective.
Ventura.
Which one?
Ace Ventura is going to be the one where he goes, oh.
The Call of the Wild.
When Nature Calls.
When nature calls. Okay.
Is that the one where he does the thing with the door? Was that right?
I don't know.
I've never seen this
Nature
one.
Calls,
I've never
is that
seen
he
either of
goes
those
up
movies.
Seen the first
to
one, not seen this
the
one.
Animal. Have you seen any of the Ace Venturas?
No.
Okay, because I've seen them all. I would like for you to add on the docket
Oh, well.
one of the Ace Venturas. I hate them all, but I will do it.
Oh, I like the first one, so.
So
I
I
can-
will pick the one we do.
Oh, yeah,
what
absolutely.
was your first Jim Carrey movie?
Holy shit!
I can tell you mine.
I can tell you
easily.
my favorite.
I can tell you my first.
I can't tell you my first
Love
because all
Bites.
of those are blurred.
Yeah, Love Bites. My
Love
first
Bites.
actually would have been Pink Cadillac.
Mine. Oh, I didn't know that one. I know Love Bites.
He's the comedian in the background when Bernadette Peters and Clint Eastwood are having
Nice.
discussing in Vegas, but he's the
If I
background
had
comedian.
to guess, I would probably say Liar Liar because I know him the most from
From
the
Liar
pen
Liar.
is bleh.
But
Yeah.
I knew him as Jim Carrey from In
Uh-huh.
Living Color, and from then
Oh,
on.
I love the Living
Yeah.
Color. So okay, go ahead.
My favorite is the Truman Show.
Number 2, I love the Truman Show. It's really good.
That's my favorite.
Man on the
Also
Moon.
saw that with Josh.
Man on the
Uh,
Moon is my favorite.
Also good. Also saw that with Josh.
Golly.
So that
Please
was
get
Josh-
up out of our podcast.
Okay,
Josh
4,
and Amanda.
4.
God.
So I saw it with both our exes.
Nice.
All right.
Podcast.
Number 4 is a Disney movie.
Of course it is. It's Toy Story.
No.
No, that's not
That's
it.
Pixar. Ha ha. I would say The Lion King.
That was earlier.
No, that's-
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back.
I find this movie highly offensive.
Oh, Pocahontas.
Yes. Of course you
That's the only hand I could give without giving it away. That's how I just
gave
gave
it
it.
away.
I did.
Yeah, that
You
gives
should
it
have had
away.
her say she finds it offensive. It would have been less easy to figure out.
Pocahontas. I only say that because I have a Pocahontas bathing suit.
Okay.
I bought it on clearance at Hot Topic.
Do you like it?
I mean, it looks good on me.
Do you wear it to swim or do you wear it for other things?
I wear it to swim, and my husband calls me Pocahontas.
Okay. Do you have a Renee Zellweger outfit? I don't want to know. Continue.
Go ahead.
Continue.
She likes to dress up like Nurse Betty. It's just
Yeah.
or Roxy Hart. I
That's it.
got you on that one. Where was I?
I don't know.
The number 3 movie is.
Toy Story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Toy Story is number 3.
3. Remember
Just like
that.
Scotty's Child is going to be number 3, and now I
Yeah.
will never
No,
forget
forget
it.
it. You will
You
never
will
forget
be
it.
equal to
To
Toy
Toy
Story,
Story.
1995 of the year.
Okay.
I've
For
got
Scotty.
money bet in the next 1995 movie, which also will be this season, that you will not remember. It's number 3.
Okay. I will remember it forever.
I will remember it.
Okay,
Scotty.
what's number 2?
Number 2 is a Tom Hanks movie.
Is it the
Forrest
one
Gump?
with Lieutenant
No.
Dan? Is it Lieutenant Dan?
No.
Is it big?
No.
No.
Is it?
Is it,
no,
this is
that's
an
wrong.
Oscar-nominated
That's Robin
film.
Williams.
He
Yeah.
also got nominated for an Oscar for this, but this is his 3rd Oscar
doesn't help
nomination.
me.
It's his 3rd Oscar nomination in a row. He does not win this year for it.
Can you give me another actor?
It's not Elvis because that came out.
Ed
way
Harris
later.
is in it.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton's in it.
I don't know those people.
Gary, I don't think Gary Sinise is in it.
No.
It's not Castaway.
Kevin Bacon's in it.
Hell if I know.
I wonder if people ask him all
Should
the
I
time, like,
just-
what you got bacon?
It is a.
What's bacon?
It's a movie about a historic event.
Yep.
Is it a
Hold on.
war movie?
No.
No,
Hold on.
happened in the 60s.
Is
70s.
it about that festival where everybody had sex and had babies?
No, that's
No.
Woodstock.
I couldn't think of it at the time.
In
so I
the
just-
60s. Oh, Apollo 13.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I have
That's a
seen
good
that.
movie.
It is a good movie.
Houston, we have a problem. All right. The number.
That was rough.
Uh,
Oh gosh.
the number one movie of the year is a Val Kilmer movie.
No, it's not good.
Tombstone.
No. That's also the 2 years before.
Okay.
It's a Val Kilmer. I think this is his only number. Maybe. Well, I think Top Gun's 86. So I think it's the top movie 86. So this is probably his second or his last top movie of the year. But he's a top star in this one. So is Nicole Kidman.
Is it the one where it's deep and she's under the water?
I don't know anything with
Jim Carrey's also in this movie.
Jim
Skeleton
Carrey?
Key? No, that's.
Tommy Lee Jones. Also in this film.
Is this Indiana Jones?
No.
Hell if I know.
Oh,
Oh!
I know.
Oh! The Doors?
no.
No.
But it has one of the best soundtracks ever. It's Batman
It
Forever.
does.
I like that he said, "Oh," and we've done this 3 times. I expect more from you. You should
You
have
know
already
what?
known.
You know what? I didn't think about
Swirl
that
your
because I
drink.
watched that movie and it sucked. And I can't believe it.
Yeah.
was a
Is
top
that
movie.
But
the
you-
one- is
but-
that
But
the one
you're
with the
right.
penguin?
All
It's
those
got-
people were in it.
Yeah, and it's got a banging soundtrack.
It does
is that
have
the
a
one
great
with the penguin
soundtrack.
Or no?
No, that's Returns.
Although Batman and Robin has a better
Also,
soundtrack.
It
fun
doesn't have
fact,
Ki-
Val
Kiss for
Kilmer
Rose.
hates this movie. He hates that he was in this movie, and
Well, I need him
Well, they
to
cut
just
one of the-
accept it because he beat Toy Story.
I mean, they cut one of the best scenes from it, which
He's-
is that dream sequence that he has.
Well, it's not that. So Val Kilmer is very much. He went to Juilliard.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer is very much about acting.
You know
and
what?
He said it was impossible to act in this movie because the script was so bad.
It
B,
was. And
he
Schumacher
said,
can't
B,
direct this
the
genre.
costume was so tight that you could not move in it, and he said that it was like, and you suffocated and everything. It was horrible.
Which
His experience in this movie is 100% horrible.
Somehow it took us 30 years to perfect Batman suit technology, by the way. Like, Batman suits have sucked all the way up until recently. Like, I think the Batman is the first
except for
Batman.
Adam West, which is just spandex.
He just wore jammies.
Yeah, but I mean,
Jimmy
like,
Jams.
In trying to be comic book accurate, like, every other costume has been terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
You know what?
It's made out of fucking plastic
Honestly,
or some
I
shit.
think
It's terrible.
I think we'll do the 4 Batman films on Patreon. I think that'd be fun.
All right.
yes.
we talk a lot about Patreon.
That
and
we don't
have
have-
not done anything. yet.
Yeah, we're
It's,
getting
it's
there.
coming.
I love you, but we need to do those.
Yes,
Do it.
Well, y'all.
The goal for 2023 is do it.
Yeah.
We're not
Listeners,
sponsored by
um,
Nike.
when we do our
We should be.
Patreon, I need you guys to send in enough money to where I can quit my job.
I like my
you.
job, so I don't want to quit it.
No, it's
Just-
not that I
just send in
love
money.
my job.
You're welcome.
But I literally fight every day for a living, and I have a bad shoulder now because I'm taking hits every day.
Block.
I'm teaching people combos. So I have pads. I have pads that I'm doing.
So what
And
she's saying is she needs more left-handed people.
I do. I literally have 2 now, and I love them so hard because I'm ambidextrous.
more
I can do both
left-handed.
right and left. I need more left-handed people, or I need a new job. Even though I love my job, I don't really want to quit my job.
She just wants to do more management and less physical.
Thank
activity in her
you.
job.
I want to manage my job and have other trainers there.
All right.
Gotta continue.
Where did Quick and the Dead fall?
87.
69.
90 something.
Stephanie wins. 87.
Holy shit!
Wow. Like,
What do
you
I
know, like,
win?
My love and
Just-
gratitude.
Okay.
Just like knowing you won, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
We've done 3 other films. It did not beat Outbreak.
Outbreak was good.
It did beat Village of the Damned,
Yes, I'm sure it did.
and it did beat City of Lost Children. But City of Lost Children.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite
The
movies.
thing with the City of Lost Children being so low is that it's
It's a foreign film.
it,
foreign,
yeah,
yeah.
it had like 6 theaters and then into the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's it for the Quick and the Dead.
All right. What's next? Next is a cult meeting.
Cut next. This is
Yeah.
called me, and then we'll find out what we watch. Then this is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Cheers.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.